Right, 1, 2, 3. Alright guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris Unholy Jesus.
Hey, happy Tuesday, everyone.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Media Hijack, episode number 102.
Oh yeah. Should I do my intro?
Beautiful.
Is it too
Yeah,
late?
let me just do the
okay.
websites real quick.
Okay.
Alright guys, if you guys want to purchase some official t-shirts, head up to themediahijack.com, and I'm going to announce some new t-shirts and new merchandise.
Good shit, guys.
Real soon. And also, if you guys want to hit up our Reddit, join the community, join our Reddit. Also, if you guys want to catch the replay for this video, head over to our YouTube page. It needs a lot of love, some sweet tender love.
Yeah, some TLC, baby.
If you're already going there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Watch some videos and enjoy it. Well, we're trying to make it more fun.
Yeah. Fun for us, I guess. If y'all want to join, if y'all want to ride along.
Yeah.
You're more than
Also,
welcome.
don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. If you're Apple guy, Spotify, if you're on YouTube, it takes very little time, so go ahead and do that.
If you have a phone, if you got that, this is a start. So.
All right, Chris is going to do the intro for the show, like what the show is all about, and then we're going to start keeping up with this, explaining what this show is all about.
Hell yeah. I think next, okay. I just had a brain fart. Okay. So, all right. So this is me hijack for anyone who is new here and anyone who's old. Sit back, relax. Just let me explain this. So this is the Media Hijack, right? This is going to be a one-stop shop for everything strange and weird in the world, right? So, for example, you like Bigfoot? We got it. Aliens? Of course.
All day.
Let's say if you like the more strange stuff, say if Flat Earth with lizards who want to drink your baby's blood and want to be presidents, or...
We might cover that one day.
We might cover that one day. We don't know. They live underground, all types of stuff. We talk about that shit too. Multiverse, everything.
Hadron Collider?
Yes.
We got updates.
We got them. Billy be on it. Billy be on when they testing it and everything.
I'm a loyal follower to the Hadron Collider.
Straight up. You're my news source of it.
Yeah. When I hear something new, I'll tell you guys about it.
Hell yeah. We'll let you know when the Earth is about to restart again.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Soon. I feel it.
What was it, June?
July, maybe?
July. Yeah, we coming up.
July is when CERN,
turns it up.
You guys want to see a dead body?
If you're somewhere on the planet and you
Half the planet ice cold because they're all dead.
Gone.
Instantly. One shot. But yeah, all the weird stuff you guys care about and don't care about, we all talk about it. Funny stuff, funny news, anything. We're like Attack of the Show. With media and everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes games.
Sometimes games. Very rarely, but maybe games, It's got to be big.
We keep it exciting. So if you guys are ready, people, they like the unknown, right?
I think people are scared of the unknown.
Yeah, but they welcome it. Like, it's exciting.
We'll hold your hand through the unknown.
Like, they don't know what we're going to talk about next.
No.
You always... What's that trend? Don't tell them your next move.
Don't. Yeah, keep them excited.
Don't tell them the next move, man.
Keep them excited.
All right, let's get started. All right, so do you guys want sad news or funny news first? Because I got some funny and sad news.
Are you going to do both these stories back to back?
No, I'm going to pick one and then I'll let you run one.
Okay, you do the funny news. Yeah, I got a sad news next.
All right. Well, I got a funny/sad news.
Oh.
I'm going to just run this one real quick.
Okay.
All right, so a Navy officer held for allegedly forcing recruits to drink semen with fish sauce. Now, this is in Thailand, by the way.
Okay, so let's break it down. Navy recruit.
Yeah.
He's having people join, like, hey, join the Navy.
Yep.
You want to join? Drink this semen with what?
No, they're already joining, but they're doing like humiliation like tactics.
Oh, I think you said something about semen.
Forcing them. Yeah. They're forcing them to drink semen mixed with fish sauce. If you guys know what fish sauce is, it's like...
So semen
like skeet, like swimming.
The irony
swimming
of this,
in the ocean.
The irony of this.
This is in Thailand. And a Navy sergeant in Thailand has been jailed after a video footage that allegedly shows him forcing trainee Marines to drink human semen that went viral online. The clip, which was filmed at a naval training camp in Chonburi's district in October,
Nice.
video surfaced last week. Report shows that the Navy instructor punishing conscript by forcing them to drink semen mixed with fish sauce. So fish sauce, you know what fish sauce is?
I've seen it and I may have tasted it, but I don't think.
So fish sauce is one of the most important like ingredients in all Asian food.
Okay.
But the smell of
It's
fish
noticeable.
sauce is so potent.
That's okay. I've smelled it, but I've
Yeah.
never tasted it. Okay.
It's like the smell is like a butthole on a hot summer day in Arizona. Yeah, it's strong.
Jesus.
It's strong. It's like a homeless sitting on your face.
Nice.
But it's good. Like because there's so many ways you can, work with fish sauce to make any food super good.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the most important. It's like one of the main ingredients for a
Okay.
lot of famous dishes,
Damn.
like the dipping sauce.
Okay.
Either it be sweet or it could be sour.
Mm.
You can eat it with like steak, and it's good. It's like you
Good
get
shit.
over it. Like you don't even smell it. You just taste it.
Probably the steak with the sauce kind of goes together. real
Yeah,
well.
it's
okay.
it's fucking good, man. It's
Okay.
if you know how to make it right. I know how to make it right. I have like some secret recipes. Maybe I'll share it, but
Stick around.
yeah, like if you didn't know there's fish sauce in there and you tasted like my sauce with a steak, you'd be like, damn, how the fuck did you make this?
What is your secret?
Yeah, it's so fucking good.
Is semen in
Yeah.
it? This is good. Is semen in
First
this?
of all, I skeeted.
First of all, the term is skeet. It's not semen. It's skeet. I scatted in it. I don't scat the shit.
semen in it, you guys want love and soul? Hey, here it is in physical form.
It comes from the veins.
But yeah, so fish sauce already known to have that crazy potent smell. Like, if you're a foreigner smelling it for the first time, you'd be like, I'm not gonna try
Not
that.
for me.
That smells too strong because it reminds you, like, when you're a kid, you pick your ass and shit, and you're like,
My butt stinks.
it's like, whoa, well, that's fish sauce. That's what fish sauce smells like.
Right? So on top of how strong fish sauce is,
Strong.
some dude like,
Yeah, on top of that,
On
put
top
some
of it.
semen on it.
and he's Navy. Semen.
Horrible.
Navy. I'm sorry. The irony did not escape me on this one. This is that's disgusting. What? Like, so what was he like? Like, how badly you want this?
Yep. So like the guy, the sergeant, ended up being detained for 30 days. Then later he will be discharged from the service at the later date.
Throw his ass under the jail. Dude.
Yeah. So like this also like shines a light on what Thailand's been doing for a long time. The issue with the military over there, they have to deal. There's like a lot of shit with like sexual, physical, and psychological abuse.
Oh.
They be raping people there. They be I was like, come on, is every military like this raunchy?
Hey, as you went down the list of these things,
Oh, America's like that?
man,
Or is it worse?
I don't know if it's never been that insane. It's never been on that level. But the U.S. military got issues with sexual harassment is a real big one. Rape is a huge issue in the military. It's horrible. It was like that when I was in. It's like that now.
Wait, did you see somebody like in the process of being?
No. It's just when you're in the military and you start having like these moments of say it's like a Friday or whatever, or someday you're about to get off of work and you're about to go home for the day, but then they're like, hey, we're doing like this commander's call meeting at this one location, and everybody on base has to show up there, and the commander's call is basically like the highest ranking dude on base. Basically is saying, hey, we need to talk, Air Force, we need to talk. I'm the leader of this base. We all need to come here. We need to have a talk about these issues in the military. And they say the same shit they say all the time. Hey, if she says no, no means no. Don't do this. But when they only do it when it happens, they're not trying to create a society to actually respect other people's boundaries. It's only they want to talk about it when it happens, and then, check off their damn list and keep it moving. They're not trying to change the culture. At least when I was in, it wasn't like that. So,
Stu Jersey says, "Commanders, hell no."
yeah,
We fucked up.
Commanders call. You be like, ooh, something happened, and it's probably like military wide. It's happened, and the leaders of the base have to address it to everybody. And even if you're out of work, Sometimes they will call you in like, hey, your day off, where you at? We got commanders call, you need to come in.
Damn,
Fuck your day off. You
sucks, man.
They don't care what you do. I'm telling you, when you're
I
in the
could
military,
never
you lose more.
join military.
You lose more freedom when you join the military. I don't care what anybody says. Fight me on this. You have more freedom when you get out.
Dude, Stu is still in, man.
Oh no!
Holy
See, and he
shit.
says, Stu J says, I'm still in, and I know. Yes,
Damn,
it is
man.
true. It is true. You like most regular jobs, you go to work, and that's your job. What happens outside of your job, that's your business. Not the military though. 25 days, 7 days a week. You belong to them. They put money into you. You are basically their property.
You belong to us.
You represent the system.
Yeah,
and if you fuck up, if you can even get in trouble if you cheat on your wife, but only if your wife brings it up. If your wife goes to your leadership saying he like, my husband cheated on me, then you're fucked. But
damn,
yeah, they like strict like that. They got some. That's a real police society.
So the moral of the story is don't join the military.
No, don't do it at all.
Yeah, let the robots fight.
I mean, I say do it. But I don't know. It did me wonders. I don't know.
Let the robots fight.
Let the robots do it.
Strength for now. Strength for later. Strength for now. Oh, I'm tired now. You know, after you're done doing all your military stuff, like, man, I ain't got no energy for nothing else.
The military just creates alcoholics. I said it. That's all it does. But no, back to that with the whole list of the issues that Thailand has. Now, it sounded very familiar when you went down the list. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, I forgot what country you was talking about. But yeah, so Thailand. But this is extreme shit of, oh my God.
I mean, if that's like extreme, like imagine what really goes on, even the stuff that hasn't surfaced on the web. Because the only reason why this surfaced on the web, because somebody recorded a video and posted it online. Oh. And then that video went viral.
Did you see the video?
Of course not.
Oh, man.
I just read articles. I didn't see it.
I would have watched the video. I was like, I gotta see this insanity of.
What do you want to see? Somebody taking a shot of piss and fish sauce?
Just so I can be like, I need this witness to like, oh my God, that looks like it together. Oh my God,
I think the fish sauce would kill like the semen.
No, I'd be like, is that chunks in it? Oh, what is that? I will watch it though.
How many babies? 1,000.
Oh my God, probably about 1 mil.
Yep, but that's that story. Thailand, get it together. Stop fucking.
What are you doing, Thailand? Damn.
You know, like, don't use fish sauce. Like, use lime next time, man.
We were supporting you.
I'm just playing. Stop doing it. Don't let people take fucking crazy shots of. Man, who's coming in a shot glass?
Yeah, you gotta look at the person that's doing it.
Imagine seeing a video of somebody like preparing a shot for somebody about to, drink a cum shot, and then he's trying to skeet into a cum glass.
Hey, keep it steady, because somebody else is holding it. Like, it'd be so crazy.
That's so crazy. How pathetic do you look if somebody actually sees you doing that?
There's probably recordings of it too. This is a surface. It's probably recordings.
That's why, like, when you die,
recorded it.
You can actually watch it. Like, what the fuck is he doing behind that bush?
What is he doing over there?
Oh, he's trying to come into a shot glass. Interesting.
Okay, so is he gonna drink it? Oh, he's making other people drink it. Okay.
Moving on. Next story.
That's sick. Okay, so take a swig.
Damn it, guys. Get it together. Any military, like, come on.
Get it together, bro. Y'all need to get together. It's a cult society.
There's card games. You guys
Military's a cult society. Like, I'll fight anybody on it. It is. But anyways, let's move past this. All right. So I take a swig of beer right quick because this is a topic that I was very hesitant to want to bring up today because the news shocked me yesterday when I saw it. But it's about Roe versus Wade. For those of you guys out there who aren't familiar with Roe v. Wade, it is it's something that was established in America. I want to say like maybe the 1970s, 73, whatever. But legislation, Supreme Court back then wound up creating it into where women would be able to have the rights of their body for themselves as far as like abortion comes, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, abortion in America, I can't speak for the rest of the world, but abortion is like probably one of the top 5 most controversial things in America. It's one thing that you don't really bring up. It's kind of a conversation it's very serious. So Roe v. Wade was on the chopping block.
That's a person.
This is like it happened with Roe v. Wade.
What is
court case?
Roe v. Wade is a person or an organization?
Oh, no. It was just a court case between female rights and then with government intervention within the rights of having an abortion of where
Roe v. Wade?
Yeah, with this, you guys have to
Oh, I
look
don't
it up.
understand.
But what I can't really go too deep into it because I'll go into a rant.
Okay.
But with Roe v. Wade is basically a court case with a woman was fighting for abortion rights and she wound up winning, but it was off the case of it was her right to her body. Like between what she does with a doctor and what she does with herself, it's supposed to be personal. Like, to know legally they can't even talk about it. So it was a case to protect women who want to get abortions, or also in the ripple effect, contraceptives became a part of it as well too, within the umbrella of Roe v. Wade. So it's on the chopper. It's been on a chopping block for a while now. That the Supreme Court was gonna like get rid of it, like just throw it in the trash and wipe their ass with it too. And it
Like throw what in the trash?
like Roe v. Wade, like women's rights of like abortions, like
So they're gonna take their rights to get
like,
an abortion?
like basically like
In what state though? Is this nationwide or what's going on?
now it seems like mainly the red states are gonna be the ones, which is all like Republican states. So you got places like blue states, for example, are Democratic states, which are say like California and New York are like the most popular ones because that's where it's basically people that lean to the left in politics of.
That's the Biden people.
Yeah, or actually probably even further left than that because Biden's still kind of.
So Biden's considered left?
He's more considered right, if anything, but he is.
I'm so confused now.
Yeah, but okay, so let me break it down like this. So the situation of Roe v. Wade, women's rights of having agency over their body, of being able to have an option of an abortion, the government is going to just completely get rid of it. Now, the issue with all this is that where you have some women who are for abortion, who like, this is my body, I should be able to do what I want with it, and you have other women who aren't for it. There's a huge chunk of women in this country, I think statistically, who are more of like for example, my mom who isn't really for abortions, but she believes that every woman should have the option to get one. Like she's like, that's not my thing, but I can't speak on other women's thing. Like that's if they want to get it, that's what they want to do. But I would never get it. So it's an option, you know. The government's taking it upon themselves to completely just rip it out. Like you guys ain't gonna have shit, even if you don't want it.
So you have to have the baby.
So yeah, but they've been doing this for a while now with a lot of like specific states. They've been kind of attacking it already. I'm saying, for example, I think Texas might be one of them, where if you're a female from Texas who wants to get an abortion in a different state, you can be sued for it. They can take you to court for it, and they can drag your ass to court, and you have to fight it in court, and probably you're gonna go to jail for it.
Wait, so you can't get an abortion in Texas?
Yeah, I think Texas is one of them, and there's other states.
That's so weird.
But there's
I
other
would
states.
think Texas is like.
Hell no, Texas.
So,
no. Texas is
it's
like
not open.
It's starting to swing in that direction of like stuff. But
I had no idea.
Texas is hardcore, man. Some people call it the second Florida when it comes to like weird laws.
Oh, I had no idea.
Very strange. Yeah.
I thought they were like wide open.
No.
Like abortion, let's go.
Like we cool with it? Is that what you mean? Or
Yeah, I thought they were cool with it.
oh hell no. Texas is going out of the way.
That's weird.
But so these states right now, throughout the years, they've been trying to, at least in these red states or Republican states, they've been fighting against abortion. They don't want women to have it at all the way to the point where they don't even want contraceptives because that's what they're going to push for next.
Like birth control.
Yes, birth control. They're going to go after all that shit.
What are they trying to create a new religion again? That shit doesn't work, man. No, you're so crazy.
I do have a theory on why I think they're trying to do this. But for me, it's a conspiracy. But I think the reason why they're doing it because one of the biggest conspiracies out there that we have right now is depopulation of the earth. Right? It's like a huge one. People think like the government's trying to like cut down on people's lives or whatever for whatever reason because of resources. I do think that might be true for some countries, but I think in America for like the longest has been trying to get their birth rates up. Like in America, I remember hearing this last year, maybe the year before, reading an article called the death of the third child. Basically meaning that people ain't having no more than 2 kids anymore. It's like 2 kids max, third child none, and people having 3 kids anymore. It's kind of like the end of an era. Like the baby boom era, having like 5, 8, 9, 10 kids is over. This is like 2 kids. This is all they can afford. This is what they can do. It seems like they were trying to roll it back to, we wanted to boost this shit up to the max. We want to maximize human, in my opinion, conspiracy wise, I think they're trying to maximize human bodies for maximum profit on a corporate level. The more people you got, the more money you can get. That's just me. That's a whole nother shit to me. But so this Roe v. Wade thing, like,
You think because they feel like, China has their population a lot bigger, so they're trying to
keep up, maybe.
keep up with China by creating like the population, like trying to catch up with them, for the future.
Could be that. I think a lot of racial stuff comes into the mix too, because white population in America is actually decreasing a lot, and wise politicians that run this country.
Speaking of white people, real quick, like there's like this new study, right? Not a new study. It's had nothing to do with white people, but let me just say it real quick before I forget.
Okay.
Like right now, this is the first year all-time record, right, where vinyl records sold more than CDs.
Oh no!
Yes. And then you think about like, what the hell?
We're going in a circle.
It's so crazy. But then you think like people, they collect vinyl records like antiques and stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody collects CDs.
No, CDs kind of.
So like this year was like the first year where vinyl records outsell CDs.
Shout out to them.
Cool, right?
Yes. Shout out to vinyl records because at first it started as like a hipster thing.
It is still a hipster thing,
but it seemed like it's branching out a little bit more though. Like,
yeah,
I've been seeing hip hop
vinyls. The
vinyls.
sound, dude, it's different, dude. You're like,
when I was a kid, when my grandmother used to like play vinyl, or whatever, I always loved like the little scratching noises of the needle. I don't know. It was like ASMR to me. I don't know.
I used to have like a turntable with a whole bunch of vinyls. Before I let my cousin borrow, he fucking trashed it. He never gave it back. Broke everything. This motherfucker's crazy. I'll never let him borrow anything again, because even before that, I let him borrow like a PS2 so he can play Grand Theft Auto. Destroyed everything. I never got nothing back.
What? Did he stomp on it?
I don't know. I think he just let his friends use it, and then it's like, my bad. I just like, man. But continue on abortion.
That's a damn shame.
If you ever listen to this, he already know who he is, man. Can't let you borrow nothing.
You know who you are.
Cannot let you borrow nothing, man.
I forgave you, but never forgot.
I take the L every single time I let him borrow something.
This ain't the first time. Oh, okay. No, that's
one time he wanted to borrow my Charizard card. I was like, why the fuck you want to borrow my Charizard card?
And you gave it to him?
No.
Okay.
But long story short, somebody stole it.
So we didn't give it to him. So, we ain't gonna get into it.
Yeah. One of my family members stole that shit, motherfuckers. That's $10K, man.
I already figured out this mystery who took it. No, not specifically, but
I know
within this story.
Yeah.
So it's obviously the person that been wanted it. Okay. All right. That threw me off. All right, so back to abortion. All right.
Abortion,
so,
yeah.
Basically, abortion is being put off the table. It's a good. You know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna break this down to numbers because I was wondering if I should talk about this on the way over here. But I will say this. I'm probably gonna get some hate for it. But this is the media hijack, whatever. I'm gonna just say it right now. The only people that can blame themselves for why this happened, in my personal opinion, white women in America. But the reason why Roe v. Wade is being challenged right now, and the reason why I say this, and I might be completely wrong for this, but the only reason why I say this though is because I remember back in 2016, but I was like, basically like Trump was going against Hillary, against like who's gonna be president, and on election night, and I was just keeping up with the whole election results, who was leading, who's winning in what states, and I remember I was on my phone just looking up stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, fuck. If Trump wins, they're probably going to fuck over Roe v. Wade because they've been trying to get rid of women's rights for the longest. And they're going to start with what you do with your body. And I'm like, okay. I was like, I don't see that happening. Well, Trump got like half of white women votes in America. Got 50%, maybe even more than that, of white women votes in America to become president back in 2016. And I remember that night when it happened. And this is back when Facebook was like the Wild West. Like everybody fighting over politics. It was a mess. It was like a war zone. It's a war zone on Facebook back in 2016 on that night. And I remember I got into an argument with one of my very good friends who is a white lady. And she was arguing with me back and forth. And she was like pounding her chest on Facebook saying, I voted for Trump, da-da-da. And I remember I told her in a comment and she got offended by it. I was like, well, congratulations. You just fucked every single other woman over for voting for him. I was like, and it's going to happen because the Supreme Court, which is like the God tier court of America, which will create, they will set laws in place that could affect generations, not generations generations, for foreseeable future, they will create laws and it will affect it will be a ripple effect. And the Supreme Court has that ability. And knowing how to, and I just knew at the time of the landscape of politics, if Trump is going to win, he's going to stack as many people in the Supreme Court to challenge Roe v. Wade eventually. And now here we are at this moment where a lot of women who went out and voted for Trump, now they're upset about, well, they're going after Roe v. Wade. Well, this is, if you're going to get involved in politics, if you're going to vote, I don't know. It's like, I'm like this. Would you walk to a restaurant and then let the restaurant just give you any food you got in the back? Or would you want to pick your food off the menu and figure out what you want? Like, that's how I see is voting. Like, you know who the hell you want to vote for because now this shit's on the chopping block. There's going to be a lot of mad-ass women out there who, in reality, voted for this but didn't realize what they was voting for. It's sad. It sucks, but this is the future. So I feel like going forward, we're going to see in America that if we think the Me Too movement was bad, we're about to see women code the fuck up right now on this shit. Because whether you got women who are Karens or whatever, if there's one thing I started learning about females going through my 36 years on this planet, is that women don't want nobody trying to tell them what to do with what to do with their body at all. And this is like the ultimate form of it. Because once they go for abortion, they're going to go for the contraceptives and they're going to go for everything else. This government is being slick. This is why I follow politics. I follow politics because my grandmother, when I was a kid, always told me the reason why I follow politics is because I'm waiting for the day they're going to try to bring back slavery, because if the first chance they get, they might try to do it. Not saying everybody in politics is like this, but
I think it's already happening.
It's probably in full motion right now.
And it's not just a single race. Everybody's under control.
Some shit, yeah. It's on some level, in some kind of weird way of a system.
We're already playing their game. Like, we're under their control.
Yeah. It's like basically like we're telling you that the bad guys won already. That's what I feel like when it comes to this. I don't know what the foreseeable future is, because so basically
that whole color thing, man. Like, nah, dude, they fucking everybody's getting messed up.
And here's the thing, I'm gonna break it down too for anybody who still doesn't want to believe me that this shit's not gonna be real. Going on in the future, women are gonna fight for this, but the only people that's gonna be affected by this are poor people, which make up most of this country, anyways. They're going to be more affected by this. But this is what's going to happen, because we're going to hear about this. There's going to be politicians who actually are down for this bill, for like getting rid of abortion. But watch, you're going to hear sometimes like, oh yeah, their side piece that they had, yeah, she was pregnant, he paid for the abortion. Because politicians be doing that shit. They be rallying behind like, yeah, I don't agree with abortion. And you find out they got a girl on the side. And the girl be like, yeah, well, I was pregnant and he paid for the abortion. I got the receipts and everything. These are the people that's going to do that's good for them, but not for us. Sad story. I don't know what's going on. In reality, Roe v. Wade wasn't supposed to come out for like the next 2 months, but the news leaked about it. The news leaked to the public yesterday, and they started building barricades around the Capitol building already before people came out because they knew this shit was gonna hit the fan. So, I told you it was bad news. I knew it was gonna be dark news. I'm sorry, but it was bothering me on the way over here. I just want people to know what the fuck is up with this. I'm not the best don't use me as a news source, but just get curious about what I'm saying and try to look it up or something. Because it's horrifying. Because I'm like this. Okay, so when they done with them, who's next? So I don't know.
They should just leave it like how it is right now. Like if you got pregnant and you want to have an abortion, that option should be available everywhere.
Yeah. If you want to do it, do it. If not, then don't.
Right. They shouldn't be like, you can't do it. You have to have that baby. You have to take care of it. Like, what the fuck?
But why?
Like, I'm only like 1 week, man.
They don't even want to create better schools for kids.
I'm only 9 months, man. Come on, man.
Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
Come on, bro. Yo, it's
9 months. You had a lot of time to think about that.
Yeah, 9 months to think.
You better calm down.
Well, also too, the thing what they've been rolling back in some states too is that they're telling women, hey, you have Georgia's one of them. Georgia's a state right now. Telling women that if you find out you're pregnant, you have 6 weeks to figure out that you're pregnant to get an abortion. And it's like, that's impossible because women usually don't find out till maybe a month and a half, 2 months.
They better find out.
You better do something.
You better find out.
But I don't know. It's weird. It's
All right. We're gonna,
enough of that news. I'm sorry, guys.
Cut that one. We're not going to cut it. But I have to take a leak and then we're going to continue on this podcast.
Yes.
Be right back. Hey, we got new merchandise, by the way.
Yes.
And I'm going to talk about the new merchandise stuff. So be right back. All right. So before we start, I'm going to announce some like new merchandise.
Oh, yeah.
That I was working on lately. So now We have bomber jackets. I know I'm kind of late on like jackets because it's getting hot now.
Yeah.
But we have bomber jackets. You guys can buy it and save it for when it gets
Bomber jackets are good.
for when it gets cold
A
again.
little chilly. I don't have any cold. Just chilly mornings. When I go on my walk, bomber jacket. Just a little chilly mornings. You know?
Yeah, and then like West Coast, like man, at night it gets cold.
That breeze from the ocean.
So
Yeah,
they're all
imagine.
wearing jackets out there.
There you go.
Also, we have a bag by Adidas
Mm-hmm.
with the Media Hijack logo. So if you guys can represent, if you guys are in college,
Yeah. Show your friends.
run that Adidas, the Media Hijack. This is all official. It's not fake Adidas. It's all real.
This is legit shit.
Also, we have stickers. Finally,
Boop-doop.
you guys can get a little sticker for your laptops or your fridge or whatever.
Okay.
Buy some stickers.
Get it for your child. Put it on their forehead.
But yeah, we have everything like listed on the website right now. Everything's all live.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, thank you guys. Back to the show. All right.
That was good.
Thanks, man.
You were good at this, man. I was.
Yeah, I was busy. I've been busy, man. I've been
you
busy.
were good.
I've been busy.
Oh, I felt that in my heart. That was good.
All right, so next topic. You guys want to hear some sad news?
Let's get it.
All right, so a dozen of decapitated penguins washed up on shore of Australia.
I think it was to say people. Australia.
Australia, penguins.
Penguin heads.
Shell Shock says, I like that bag and the sticker. Hey, thank you,
Yo,
man. Thank you, Shell
appreciate
Shock.
it, Shell.
We love you, man. Yeah, so
Heads.
dozens of decapitated penguins are reportedly washing up along Australia beaches in April alone. More than 20 of them appeared on beaches of the Fleury Peninsula.
The hell?
Is that crazy? Imagine like seeing all these penguins wash up on the shore on the beach with no heads.
So did they figure out where the penguin heads came from, or somebody smuggling penguins in Australia?
So there was like a lot of theories. They said one thing they said was humans wasn't involved in this because it came from far out in the sea. They're like, nah, no human was involved in this. This is something else. So they're thinking it's something natural within the ocean of what happened.
A creature eating them?
Yeah, like a creature just biting the heads off.
Oh, so wait, they didn't have no heads, or they did have
No
heads?
heads. It's just bodies.
Oh, the bodies were just rolling up on the shore, but
Yeah.
all heads are missing.
All heads are missing.
I was thinking it was the opposite. I thought it was the bodies were showing up with no heads. Okay.
Yeah, the bodies are showing up with no heads.
Okay, the bodies on the shore like dead, but no heads.
Yeah, no heads.
Okay.
So it's like bodiless penguins.
What the hell? That sounds like a human. That sounds like some human shit. I don't know.
Yeah, it's been happening for a few months, but then like they're saying in April alone last month was 20 of them appeared on the beaches with no head. So they're like, what the fuck kind of sick joke is this?
Yeah.
What's the water god name? Prometheus?
Neptune.
No, what's the water god name?
Neptune.
Aquarium? My bad, I don't know.
Aquaman? I don't know.
Yeah,
I was thinking
Aquaman.
I was thinking Neptune, like the planet.
No, what's the
whatever.
water god from the Roman empires?
Neptune.
Is it?
I think so. Like
Oh,
a Greek, maybe. I might be wrong. Don't. I might be wrong. I can't think. All right.
damn, the name is in my head.
Chad, help us, please. I need a lifeline.
Aquarius? I don't know.
But some water dude, some water god. Okay.
Yeah.
Poseidon.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Yes, Poseidon.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, we're good, chat. Thank
With
you.
the trident and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. Can somebody call up Poseidon and be like, hey, what's going on with these penguins, dude?
Poseidon be like,
Somebody taking it personal?
Poseidon's gonna be like, oh, I was taking a nap. What? I was on my lunch break.
Yeah, something.
The hell?
A lot of weird stuff has been going on.
Yeah, so just that. Oh, what the? That can't be just no. What animal just eats the head and then fuck the rest of the body? But probably where the better meat is at.
A human. Taking it personal?
We want penguin skulls.
Yeah, I eat the body first.
We want the brains or something. I don't
Start from the ass and work your way up, you know? That's how bears do it. You know how bears kill you?
know.
They eat you from the ass first.
For real?
Don't get caught up with the bear. You guys want to know crazy shit?
They do for real?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I heard it on a podcast. So
It makes sense. That's
if
where the most of the meat
I'm
is
wrong, the
at.
podcast is wrong.
That makes that makes sense. So that's where most of the meat is at. It's like depending on who you are, that's where some of the meat is at. You know.
I just thought it's like slow death, personal.
Oh, you don't. He thought it was evil. I was
Yeah.
like, just more of like it makes sense. If I was gonna eat a body, it'd be the butt.
No, I do
Maybe
biceps
boobs.
first.
What the bicep?
Yeah, lean meat.
So you trying to eat healthy? I'm just trying to survive.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
trying
just
to
trying to survive.
I'm trying to work out. You know, eat lean, eat their muscles.
trying to survive on this deserted island.
You ever heard of the Tibetan sky funeral?
No.
Dude, the way they do funerals in Tibet, completely different. So what they do is, right, when you die, what they do is they chop up your body into little pieces, and they let the vultures eat you up and then just fly into the sky. And they call that the sky funeral.
You're dead already, right? When they chop you up?
Yeah, you're already dead,
Oh, okay.
which is like the most natural form of a funeral, right? Because let's say nobody buries nobody, you die out in the wilderness. Who's going to eat you? Vultures,
nature's gonna eat
bird,
you, yeah.
nature. So you have a little sky funeral, ground funeral. Your body's everywhere.
Oh, true.
So they call that the Tibetan sky funeral.
Okay. I mean, hey, give back to the nature, I guess, you know.
Yeah, it's the most natural way because
Okay.
that's how it happens, right? What they gonna do? Bury you like back then? I mean, yeah, but
Circle of life, man.
yeah. So like, when I die, right? I want you guys chop me up, let the vultures eat me. Who's gonna do that?
I'll do it.
Who's gonna do that?
But only on my day off.
You'd be like, hey,
I
like
ain't taking
Billy,
days off
Billy
for it.
Waters said that he want to get his body chopped up, let the vultures eat it. It's like, no, we're just gonna cremate him. Like, that's not what he wants.
That's not what he said in the will.
He want a sky funeral.
And if you look at his will, he made me responsible for his body.
Like, in all caps, sky funeral.
It's right there.
Let the bird take care of it. But then, like, there's no vultures out here like that, so
No,
my
there
body's
is.
just laying out on the
You
streets.
get some kind of buzzard. Like, the further you get out to where you stay at, like from where I stay at to here, when you see enough dead shit on the road, you start seeing some big birds come out, and they just be picking at it. Just, you know,
Death is near.
yeah.
Shell Shock says, I want to be buried in one of those tree pods.
Oh yeah, the tree pods.
Yeah, be grown back into the tree.
Oh yeah, you.
I
won.
would want that too. That's pretty lit, man. But imagine if like you chose that path, right? And then you end up being in the tree forever. Heaven's like, oh no, you hey, take care of that forest. Peace out.
You.
Hold it down.
You're gonna stay here for a long time.
I don't think it works like that though.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy.
Oh, that's cool though. I mean, we all go back into nature anyway, so it doesn't matter how
Yeah.
we do our bodies and shit. Just as long as my body go back in nature.
I want to be shot into space. I don't shoot me into space.
Speaking of being like shot into space, like Johnny Depp, right?
Oh,
One of his like best friends, I forgot his name. It's like the famous guy, but when he died, he ended up building like a cannon that was over $1 million just to shoot his ashes into the sky,
And he did it. I'm assuming.
and he did it.
Yeah, the power of a will.
hmm
Hey, look.
Shot in the sky, went into everybody's eyes. Oh shit!
What if the wind blew back? Oh,
My contacts. I went full tint.
I wonder who it was. I wonder who the celebrity was. I gotta look this up.
I heard on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Did he say who the guy was?
Yeah. I just don't know the name. It's a white name. Shell Shock says, where your body is fertilizer for a new tree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Become one with the earth. But I want to be shot into space. I want to fertilize another planet.
No, you'd be shot in the sky, but then all your ashes fall back down, back on the earth. And then your ashes are in like 10 different countries.
Oh, so no, I want to be shot like in a coffin shape glasses case. So it's like smooth around the sides. So it's like more aerodynamic. Shoot me off into space. Land on another planet. Some aliens. They bring me back.
You better start making friends with rich people.
I'm like, oh, alien. No, I'm gonna smuggle aboard this shit.
Make friends with rich people. They'll launch you up. Shell Shock says, careful with that, Chris, because I'll do it before you die.
Oh, is a race? Oh, is this a race?
Fuck that. I'm going to do it too.
So everybody's, don't take my ideas.
Blast my body out.
Yo, for real, put me like in a little glasses shaped like coffin off into space, and I land on a planet, wake up like, oh my god, aliens resurrected me. Welcome to our culture. Then I marry this beautiful alien princess, and I ain't gonna get to it. It should be a
You
movie.
can do that now.
It could be a movie. It'd be like John Carter, but
You can die now and do that.
call that shit Black Planet. That'd be the name of the movie.
Right. Next story.
All right. Next quick story. Oh my God. Says mother. Oh, this happened in Atlanta. this happened in Atlanta.
Hey, Atlanta.
Mother of 3 arrested, accused of shooting teen in the face while driving on I-20. I live across the street from I-20. It's the worst. It's got to be one of the worst interstates in the entire state. It's always something happening on it. Car on fire. You may see a body. It's wild.
No, 285 is the worst.
285's traffic is. I don't know. 20 is bad. 20 is fucking horrible. Like 20 for the. I think. I don't know, but they both suck.
It all sucks. Nobody knows how to drive.
I think the accidents are worse on I-20 because and the only reason I say this is because the speed limit is like 70, 75 on I-20 though. So it's in Atlanta speed limit. That means you can do like 100. But yeah, so I-20's been bad. Only reason I know is because it's just sometimes on the highway across the street from me on I-20 at night you hear like boom boom.
Whoa!
Were they just shooting in the sky? You know what? Go back to sleep. Don't worry about it. Just hope the bullets don't come through my ceiling. So this happened in Douglasville, Georgia. Mother of 3 is under arrest, accused of shooting a car full of teens, seriously injuring a 19-year-old girl, which she shot in the face.
Shot a girl in the face?
Yeah. It says,
God damn.
It was horrible. It says, the police said that the 17-year-old girl was shot in the face by a woman following a group of teens in a car. The teens in the car told police, it's probably lying about the story, I guess, but the shooter had followed them for 15 miles, eastbound on I-20. I drive that same way to work before opening fire. Police got the call around 4:40 p.m. Oh, this is in the middle of damn. Oh my God.
Did you just now get the story?
Yo, this is like, I actually looked this story up when I got over here. This is new. I heard about it. Somebody was like, you should talk about it. This is new to me. Somebody told me earlier, like, you should talk about it. Like, oh yeah, this is the story I need to talk about.
So you're like,
I'm
you're daily news now.
Yeah, basically. So lady winds up shooting a teen girl in the face. From my understanding, she just wound up getting in the way. They tracked her down. Since the suspect's children were in the back seat. Actually, so the lady who did the shooting, her kids were in the back seat when she did it. In the road rage incident, shot through the window, shot the 17-year-old. Over more than likely somebody used a damn blinker or some shit. I'm not sure how this shit went down, but it started with a shootout on I-20. This is why, folks, I'd never honk my horn aggressively in traffic. I usually honk my horn if somebody's crossing lanes. About to hit me, I'm like, hey, you like, pay attention. But I don't honk in anger, like lean into it. You can tell the difference between a honk and an angry honk. And I don't do that because I'm not trying to get shot. Because there was a wave of shootings last year on I-20. Out near Moreland Avenue exit. It was like around that area.
Of course.
Yes, of course. And there was like it was shootings, like drive-by shootings happening on the highway, like shootout, like the Matrix 2 or some Matrix Reloaded, shooting from each other from cars.
Fuck that.
That's why you gotta be careful, man. Like everybody in a world where everybody has a gun, think that everybody has a gun. I'm not trying, man. Look, I've been through enough in my life. I'm not trying to get smoked on I-20 on my way to work. A place I would rather be at home. I'm not gonna get angry about traffic.
Yeah, that's Atlanta. It's normal. Stuff like that happens all the time.
It is what it is.
Yep.
So,
wow.
Just use your blinkers, I guess.
Always use your blinkers. Number 1 rule.
Please, for the love of God. That's a pet peeve of mine.
All right, moving on. All right, so 40% of people live with parasites in their brain that can affect their behavior. Ooh. So there's recent studies that shows that 40% of the population can be infected with toxoplasmosis, a type of parasite that can affect a person's behavior. Is that scary?
Yeah, parasites are one of them things is like, it's horrifying to me. You can't shoot it with a gun. You can't stab it. Just breathe it, eat it. You just never know. It could get into you and chill in your brain. I can see that.
Yeah. So according to the John Webster, professor in epidemiology at Imperial College of London, brain parasites are isolated and protected from the immune system. However, you should be aware that they can affect people's behavior. So these brain parasites, they live in your brain and they're fucking protected by your immune system. It's almost like they have the secret password to enter your brain. Mm-hmm. And then they got the secret password and the brain's like, cool, you can chill.
Hey, you're a friend? Cool. You can kick your feet up.
It's like they hacked into your brain and then your brain gave them permission to stay there. And what they're realizing is that these parasites might be affecting a lot of people's behaviors and how they act and everything. Because you know how some people, they can flip a switch and then boom, they went from Johnny Depp to
Amber Heard.
In 5 seconds flat.
That might have been a horrible comparison, huh?
You know, like they went from like the cool, calm, collective to the fucking wild Ted Bundy. Stab. My bad. Like that. Like, whoops. Parasites in my brain. Control my behavior. You should have never ate my spaghetti.
I'm crazy.
Bob says, I thought you were going to talk about the other one where you eat raw pork. Oh, I didn't hear about that one.
Oh, that's an old one. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be meat related too. To be honest,
I think that's why a lot of people, they don't really eat pork, because pork meat is so bad, because pork eat whatever.
Oh yeah, pork is
that's why like
whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's not like a religion thing, but a lot of people don't eat pork because pork pigs, they're pretty nasty.
I know it's not the Muslim like religion heavily of like not want to eat pork, but I think a lot of times too it's grown to like a lifestyle. Like I don't eat pork, just I ain't no, because I've met people like who, especially out here, I've met people who say, yeah, I don't eat pork. I'm like, okay, well, it's because religious preferences. You ain't got to tell me. I'm just kind of curious. Oh no, because that shit is really unhealthy. I'm like, oh fuck, okay.
Yeah.
Legit,
it's the main one.
Yeah, it's the main one. It's like it's
that's
becoming
the real
a thing.
one.
Yeah, it's real as shit.
Yeah, never throw religion into anything.
No, but originally it started like when growing up, you hear from it, but
but I'm saying like, you know, like let's say a religion say, hey, it's okay to eat pork, you know, even if it's unhealthy. Like no, I'll always go with what you think is right. If you think like eating pork is unhealthy, because pork all they eat is trash and shit. Guess what? Somebody that eats trash, you eat them, you're eating trash.
True.
And someone eats you, they're eating trash too.
That's
you might as well wear a shirt that says trash.
That's
let somebody eat you up.
I ain't glad though. I had a BLT.
Eat that ass.
I ain't gonna lie. I had a BLT yesterday. That shit was so good though. It was so good at lunch. It was so amazing. So I don't know. I mean,
once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while, because I don't. Yeah, if you don't eat pork on that crazy level, then yeah. But I just want to treat myself to some bacon yesterday. I was like,
Yep. So toxoplasmosis is common in domestic cats, according to the estimate of aforementioned scientists. Approximately 350,000 British people are infected with this parasite every year. So the toxoplasmosis is very common, found in cats. So I guess people who have cats will eventually get the same parasite that the cats got, and then they would get that same parasite, and then the parasite will live in the brain, controlling your behavior and everything you guys do, making you decide on what purchase to buy on Amazon or Instagram or whatever.
You want to buy a blanket today? It's a cat parasite telling you that.
It's like, oh, you happy? You want to buy this album?
That was good.
That was me.
The parasite.
Might be the parasite.
It might be the parasite. But no,
Shell Shock says, I saw a video of a deer with it the other day. Video of a deer with it the other day, and it's kind of scary. Oh, so a deer that's infected, like in the brain,
with the parasite,
like where you see it like reacting, or you see it behaving like weird, like a zombie.
So is it like mad cow disease again? Is this what it's supposed to be? Like, oh my god, has mad cow disease become?
No,
has it evolved?
What's that happy pig name? Wilbur?
Babe.
What the fuck is Wilbur?
No.
Babe the pig.
Okay, Babe the pig. Yeah.
Man, maybe that movie is trying to tell us something. Don't eat pigs.
I thought that movie was adorable.
Pork chops.
If your pig can talk, don't eat it. I don't know. No, so I did hear about this before though. Is this somehow linked to this? This is what I was thinking of. This is like on Joe Rogan some years ago, but I think they was talking about like when he goes hunting. Was it deer or moose he was talking about? Like some of them have like some kind of like parasite or whatever that you can't eat. A specific deer. I might be completely wrong, but I remember him talking about it. Elk. I think it might be certain elk or something like that.
Yeah, elk.
They can have like a
elk. They don't sell those in the store.
But it was like some like watch out for parasites within it. It was something in a deer or elk. They've mentioned before.
Either elk or deer. That's like the stuff that he hunts. Mostly is elk.
Okay, I was wondering if there's a connection to that with the cats, because I do remember hearing before about with hunting, especially I guess maybe like the deer type variety of creatures, that some of them do have like a parasite in their head, and you don't eat them when you go hunt, or you have to like watch the signs of them if they walk in front of you. Some wild shit, but I don't know.
if you're doing hunting, like you need to know all that stuff. You need to know like the
Yeah.
season you're hunting. You need to know the behavior of the deers, or the right time to hunt them, the perfect time. Because there's a time where you're not supposed to hunt them. You know, like when they're in mating season, or when they're going through, I don't know, depression mode.
Have you ever want to go hunting? Like hunting?
That never crossed my mind.
Yeah, me neither.
Because there's like Food Depot down the street,
For real. Man.
Walmart,
We get some wings. Yeah. You know.
Kroger. I'm like, what the hell? Why would we have to hunt?
Work for food?
Like,
What?
wait, somebody already hunted and cut the meat up and package it, and they put it in the fridge aisle, and
I just got to walk in and get it?
I don't have to go in the forest and hunt.
The most I got to do is get dressed and walk?
Hmm.
What?
Yeah, there's gonna be a day where that's not gonna be convenient no more, where you wish you knew a friend that knows how to hunt.
Oh, I thought you were talking about going to the grocery store.
Well, let's say all that is eliminated.
Really? I was saying like the days of going to the grocery store.
where nobody's gonna get nothing from the grocery store because everything, if you backtrack where all the food comes from, all that shit is destroyed.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
Food
to where the
shortage.
grocery store is empty. So now you're like, who are we gonna eat now? Right?
The butt. The human butt. That's what
That's
we're
when you step outside your house, start looking at the neighbors, sizing everybody up.
like, damn, you know what?
Which one you can kill easy.
Well, you know what? My neighbor Greg been cutting the grass for 6 months straight, every couple of days, and
I'm about to stop that.
his legs are getting thick. I'm noticing in his butt. Greg sandwich. I don't know.
Been running on that schedule every single week, that same pattern. So I'm sick and tired of him.
He's got to go.
Yeah, eat that ass up. But yeah, so parasites in the brain.
Holy shit. Parasites.
If you think about it, like maybe it's true, man.
No, straight up, I believe it. I believe
Some
anything.
people,
about
yeah,
parasites.
because you see people on TV or on like you watch them on YouTube, they act a certain way, but next thing you know, they act different now.
Nah.
They're like, what the fuck happened to them? Like, is it Mandela? It's like, no, something's in their fucking brain.
Fucking
Like, deep, switching
just
wires, switching all
yeah.
these cables and
Taking all the
shit.
plugs out, rewind.
Yeah, because I knew like this one
Rewind
person,
everything.
right? Like, she only likes to use spoons all the time. But then out of nowhere, I got her a fork and she's like, no, out of nowhere, like, I started using forks and then she started liking fork and like, I thought you liked spoons. She's like, I always like forks.
Oh, I was about to counter.
So like, hold on. The fuck, man.
I was about to counter that. I was about to say, well, maybe you convinced her that forks are better than spoons, but no, she made it seem like just like,
Like
she was always
always a fork
team
person.
fork,
Yeah.
team fork this whole time.
Team fork the whole time.
What the hell?
I was like, what? The whole time I was doing that spoon thing for fun, like for your enjoyment.
No.
But you were a fork person the whole time. Meanwhile, I'm like fork and spoon simultaneously.
All together. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, hey,
I've seen
there's
you before.
tools for a reason.
Yeah. I've seen you before. Yeah, you do the.
Yeah, I was
spoon
like,
and fork.
yeah, I need tools,
It
man.
makes sense. Like, yo, if it's here, I'm lazy. I do it based off.
I learned that from my dad though. He always eat like that. So
I've seen people like that, especially with noodles. Like this, I'm like, I get when I watch, I'm like,
not with noodles. We're like,
I've seen with noodles like spaghetti, where I'm like, okay, meatball, hold the spoon and then twist. I'm like, I get the concept of using it, but if I gotta wash dishes, I know that.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a
you
fork.
can do a fork alone with the spaghetti.
You could.
Yeah, I can do no utensils. Straight up pause, dude.
I am the fork.
That's me. I have to take a leak, guys. When we get back, we're gonna jump to the next story.
Yes, sir.
Be right back. And we're back.
All
Hey,
right.
before we start, you guys see my shirt? I know it's like pretty ghetto and shit.
I
If
was
you guys,
looking
you
earlier.
guys know this logo?
No, but it looks like a. It's definitely not a human. It's the missing link.
Yeah.
Oh shit! For real? For real?
Well,
What's-
yeah and
something
no,
like
but it's actually the logo for the ape coin. It's a cryptocurrency
Oh, okay.
that was released like I don't know a few weeks ago, and I was telling like this guy I do the trading with, I was like, hey, day one, buy a whole bunch of ape coin. That's what it's called, ape coin. And so we bought this shit like really cheap and stuff. I was like,
sure.
hey, buy a lot of ape coin. So then it started picking up last week, went from like we got like a $9. It went all the way to like 20 some shit.
And the shirt's new.
I just got this like today. Actually,
it's designed to
just
look
to
old.
Like flex a little bit. Like I was here early, but
yeah, I like.
but I probably won't be wearing this again.
I like that.
Yeah,
it does give that. Oh, look at this, good.
It's just for like today, because it did peak and then like it did chopped all the way down, because like what they're doing, you know, the whole ApeCoin NFT shit. They're creating like their own metaverse. So they were selling like each piece of land, like you buy a deed to a land, right? They were selling 100,000 deeds to like land in the metaverse. Each deed, like it was being sold at that time for like $5,000 for like where you own the deed to that land, just like buying like real estate.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say something.
Yeah, so the people, they had a lot of issues where, you know, the gas fees, you paid $5,000, but the gas fees like $15,000. It's like some crazy shit like that. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but the gas fees was more than what you paid for the deed to buy the land.
So it wasn't worth it.
So the land, no, it's still worth it.
Okay.
This is something big. Like this game changer thing that's happening right now, like in metaverse.
Okay.
So the metaverse, like their virtual land, they haven't released it yet. All they released was like you own a piece of this land before it even got released.
Oh,
so
shit.
when it actually gets released,
you got it. You got.
Fuck, you
got
might be sitting on New York real estate.
Yeah, you gonna be.
And that's like real shit. People who say, "Oh, this crypto NFT shit's like, you know, wonky." It is wonky, but there's some real ass project that's actually gonna make a lot of people rich.
kind of bring the efforts of all this other stuff
Yeah.
into the fold.
Yep. So like me, I started doing like 3D designing. I applied for this program, like with these guys, the ApeCoin guys.
Okay.
They call them Yuga Labs. So I applied to be like one of their developers, SDK, and I'm waiting for them to send me the SDK so I can start developing for them. I told them all the stuff I can do and stuff. So
Holy
I
shit.
just shot my shit. I was like, knowing that maybe I could promise on half of the shit I said, because I like overextended on like what I could do.
Oh man, that's most people, man.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck it.
That's how it is.
I was like, okay, I know how to use the program. I know how to make stuff, but I exaggerate a little bit
That's what you do.
so I can get my foot in the door and then be like,
And then learn it while you're there.
I'm here.
That's what happens. Learn it while there. Then if you find something else, take the knowledge of that and then.
Yeah. Oh, I'll back it up for sure. I trust I can be responsible and learn what I promise.
Man, I believe.
I
in
promise
you,
some
man.
shit I don't even know yet.
I believe in you, man. You're good. You're
But
good
like
with shit
I'm
like this.
already taking steps to learn it right now. So it's not like I'm just selling them a fake dream.
No.
Well, I'm just one person out of everybody who wants to be a developer for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people going up for it.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Shit, man, keep us updated on this shit, bro. I want to know how this.
I will,
story-
man.
I didn't
I'll tell you when I crash and burn. Or I'll tell you when I'm in the yacht or somewhere. Chilling with Conor McGregor.
Hey, Chris, I can't make it to the Tuesday's night show. Who the fuck is that? In the background. Like,
I made these one Yeezys in the metaverse. Yeah, that's like my dream, man. Is to make something for Kanye. Like, even though that sounds stupid. I think he's a cool ass dude, man. So it's really misunderstood, and I think he misunderstood himself too.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know how we swung into Kanye, but this is just.
Hold it down. Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, moving on.
All right. Oh my God. So I had to bring this story up because I came across it last week or this weekend? And you said you knew about this before about like the surgery of people getting taller, like men specifically.
Oh yeah. That's been going on, dude.
I never knew that shit was a thing. I feel like you have mentioned it, but I don't remember ever.
You know, when I first heard about it was when I was in elementary.
Oh God, yeah, and this has been going on for about.
It's like a Chinese thing. Like the Chinese people, they get surgery to where they can make themselves taller. So they'll extend like their knees or whatever the fuck they do in surgery.
God.
But I'm pretty sure like it's more advanced now to where it doesn't have any, drawbacks on like their health and stuff. Like it's more efficient the way they do the surgeries. Because as opposed to like back then, they just put a couple of bricks in your knees and shit.
Walk. Well, yeah, and actually, I was reading through the procedure of all this, of how this one guy, because BuzzFeed ran around with an article about a guy. He was 5'7", and he'll be 5'10" now. It's this guy, right? I remember hearing something about it before, like of rumors that men were like, "Hey, if women could get implants, why can't we get taller men?" Like stupid shit like that, whatever. So there's this guy named, right? Like, they never revealed his real name in this article, right? But his name is Scott. So they did an interview with him, but BuzzFeed did an interview with him back in early March. And so when they did an interview with him, basically it was this story about how, hey, I'm a guy who is, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was like 25 years old or whatnot, or is 25 years old. But he was going through a life where he felt he was being targeted for being small, being a short guy. His height was like 5'7". Yeah, his height was 5'7".
That's not even short.
No, I'm within the 5'7", 5'8" club. I'm in
Damn,
that
that's
shit.
short. I'm just playing.
Oh shit!
No, like 5'7" is not even short.
That's always been like this. I'm running the 5'7", 5'8" range. If I wear some Timbs, I'd be like 5'10" or whatever. But I'm within that range of like, I'm short, but I always realize like, I'm not the shortest person in the room. And as I go along with the story, I kind of saw what this guy named what's his name? This guy named Scott. Because they don't reveal his real name. This guy Scott of this story, I saw where he was coming from on some level, because I felt like that at some point, but only when I was like a teenager, maybe early 20s. I was kind of like, man, I wish I was taller, because you start seeing people that are shorter than you back then get taller than you, and you're like, oh man, I'm really not growing. And I had an issue with back when I was like in my teens and like early 20s, but I let it go because
I never thought of that, like the height stuff. I
Yeah.
never once thought of that. I didn't even know like the height thing was an issue with females until I saw like in a comedy.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Like people think like that? Like I didn't even know. And I was like, oh shit. So like
this height shit is a war against
the height shit. Like
it's a war against short kings.
That's why I was saying like people, they get this surgery, the only reasons because females.
Society has made it normal.
They downplayed that height thing. I had no idea. I had no idea. Swear to God, I didn't even know until I heard it on a comedy.
It's because you're gifted.
No, come on.
It's because you're gifted. You have it all.
Come on, 12-inch cock. Come on. I should play it. Nah, man.
No, the weather is different up there for you. Down here is like,
dude, I'm not even tall.
It's a little hot down
like
here.
Normal.
It's a little hot. I'm closer to hell. It's a little hot down here.
Dude, we're the same height in real life.
No. I'm just saying this because like right now with me, I do not have an issue with my height at all.
Dude, we're like the same height pretty much.
It's like I always understood his stories because for a moment in my time, I did understand where he was coming from. I felt like that for a split second. I was like, damn, I don't like being this short. But at the same time, I'm like, man, I'm still bullying girls and I'm funny and this, that, that, I think I'm attractive. So I didn't really hold it against myself that much. So my height was never been a major issue. But I noticed at one point, I was like, I wish I was taller. But you know what?
I never thought of that.
Yeah. And that's what this guy was going through named Scott. He had went through, he decided to go through this surgery because he got on, it was two incidences this guy Scott had went through. One was he was at work, and I think he got into an argument with a coworker. It was going back and forth, and the coworker said some like short joke, like, "Okay, little man."
Oh,
he said some shit like that, and then he's like, it affected him to the point. Anybody that wants to read this article on BuzzFeed, look it up. It's an amazing article because it's more in depth than what I'm going to explain. I'm going to give you the short version.
You think she said that, but not even thinking that?
No, it was like I think it might have been another guy. I think that said it at his job, but he's always felt like he was too short since for the longest. But now at 25, starting his job, he gets to argue with a coworker. I think it might have been a man. I might be wrong, but he says, yeah, Scott is among. Oh no, sorry, for another whole other thing. The guy Scott basically got insulted at work about another coworker. He called him like, "Hey, what you got a problem with the little man?" And he said like it hurt him, and he would have moments where he would go to like severe depression, where he was go out on walks and or he would walk around and just cry like over this of people making fun of his shortness. It's like this is like a deep seated issue with him. That's why I'm not trying to make fun of this guy too much because everybody's reaction on how they are is different. Me, like he's the same height as me. He was the same height as me, but I was never somebody.
Wait, so he's taller than you now?
Well, he's like 5'10" now. Because he got the surgery done.
Wait, so his like your height before, and then he
Yes.
went through and somebody called him little man.
Well, it was like the little man thing. That was the first part of it because he talks about.
5'7" is not even short.
Well, he talks about like how he been kind of dealing with this his whole life too. But he thinks like the reason why he can't succeed at work is also too because of his height. He thinks like, hey, people are talking.
Well-
so this is, and I don't know how true that is. I don't know how that works.
Dude, if you like,
that a real
dude,
thing?
there can be a midget that projects like his image as like somebody that's 6 feet tall. It depends on how you project
Yeah,
yourself.
and that's what I was like too. That's
Yeah.
mind
So
you,
if
I'm not on
he,
his side.
like,
I'm not on this
if-
guy's side.
If he feels bad about himself, like because he's a small guy, and then he acts like he's the small guy, guess what? You're gonna
You're
be
gonna
the
be treated
small
like
guy.
the small guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's all about what you put off as energy because even though I've been called short in my life, because he had his issue started at work where people would make fun of him for being short.
That's
And
when
he-
you fucking grab the dude, right? And then
And fuck him up, like
just
well,
don't grab the guy.
but as me for being within that height range that he's in, I've always been like people crack jokes about me being short. I'm like, okay, I'm not saying I have an issue with it now. When I was younger, it was something like like I said, teens, early 20s. I was kind of like, oh shit, people are getting taller than me. I don't really like this. But as I went on with my life, I was like, well, that don't bother me. And some people are like, man, you short? I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. Like I've heard this joke for a while, and I'm like, but it's never been this. It's never been all consuming like how he took it as. But everybody's different though. I can't expect everybody to react to it as the same way as I do. But he wants to talk. There's a part of the story where he talks about a TikTok video that went viral, where basically like these girls were. There was a girl like this was like his breaking moment right here, where he was like, "Man, I'm gonna get the surgery to get taller." He was on TikTok one day, looked up a video, and he saw like these girls doing like a TikTok video of, hey, a guy that's 5'8" is short. Like it was like no, it showed like a video like I'm trying to explain like in a TikTok way. It shows like, hey, girl that sees another girl that's 5'8". Oh, she's really tall. A girl that sees a guy that's 5'8". Oh, he's like a garden gnome. And the guy that Scott that we're talking about, who was 5'7", when he saw that video, he was like, man, she thinks I'm shorter than a garden gnome. That's how he took it as. That's what broke his brain.
Damn.
He's like,
Stay off the internet.
I gotta get the legs. I gotta get that boost.
But even if you get taller, like, could you change your personality? I think the personality is the main thing, dude.
It is. It's a big part of it. You better crack some jokes back. You better be ready to fire some shots or just take it. But like I said, everybody's different. He couldn't deal with it, and then so and it seemed like as when I read the article, and I implore everybody to read this because the reason why I say everybody needs to read this article because if the shoe was on the other foot and he was like a fat chick and was having to go through this,
He was a fat chick.
no, I'm saying if he was like I'm talking about as from a societal standpoint because. This is the part where I
Fat
see,
chick on TLC.
yeah. If this is like a fat chick going through this,
Right.
then everybody would try to be making course corrections for it. But if it's a short guy, I'm not saying like, hey, like
Yeah.
short guys matter type thing. But I'm just talking about the hypocrisy of like, hey, if we want you people right, then can we just? If I'm saying like if a woman who had weight issues was going through this and felt like she was getting picked on at work, or was feeling unsure about herself because of her weight, it'd be drastic change to it. But I mean, I get it. Like, let's all try to be respectful of people. I don't care. I'm fine with the jokes, but
Yeah, to
not everybody is
everybody.
on that level with me. And I just saw what the fuck Shell Shock said. What do you
Just
say?
be like respectful to everybody. Shell Shock in the chat says, "I used to carry Chris around in my cargo pocket. I'm all about it. My short friends are my great friends.
Yeah.
My short friend are great friends. Yes.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, I read two different.
You did. You really did. Your eyes moved down. So the first one, the Shell Shock says, I used to carry Chris around in my cargo pocket. We overseas. And that's true. But Shell Shock didn't realize I was always stealing money from him. So, cool. All right. Think you're trying to be funny. It says, the new term is short king summer. Oh, yeah. I remember hearing about that last year. I'm all about it. My short friends are great friends. Oh, but they can be angry sometimes. They can be angry, but I never had an issue with it. I've never. Well, let me tell you this.
You ever heard like the short man
Syndrome? Syndrome? Yes, and I've never had that. If
Where
I'm upset about something, it's
they appear
legit.
like a whole lot bigger than what they are. Like they try to push it. Like, oh, I'm short, but I'm gonna push big dick energy
all day.
like a little too much. To where, hey, you went from pushing 6-inch to like 32-inch.
Oh yeah, that's like
that's a little too much. You know, we're just in the break room. Calm down.
relax.
So they go through that moment of like having like the little man syndrome.
That was like when I was in Colorado. When I first started noticing that big dick energy on little men was you'd be like, man, this motherfucker cut me off in traffic, and I just happened to be going to like another place as them.
He felt his dick.
And I was like, man, he about to try to fight me in the parking lot because we go in the same location.
You told him to show his dick, right?
No, and he got out. He's like, hey. He's like a little dude, and I was like, oh my god, this is.
Oh.
It's like, okay, it's like I get it. This is. If you want to be tough, okay. And I'm not even sure. Like, I mean, like I was just kind of like, I get it. Like, it's just whatever. You psychologically, I understand it, but at the same time,
you should have treated him like normally, like
picked him up like a baby.
Hey, what the fuck, man?
No, I should have picked him up like, hey, like
no,
from
like
under the arms.
You saw him, and then you'd be like,
feet kicking.
he's just a small person. I can't take him serious. That means you didn't give him a fair chance at all.
Wrong.
Yeah, that means you were wrong. You saw him like,
he cut me off.
Oh, he's a little person. But imagine if it was a big person. You're like, oh,
let me get the burner. You
should have treated him the same person you would have treated like a regular big guy.
So then
I saw the little dude jump out, right? He like, he cuts me off in traffic, and then we end up at the same grocery store. I saw a little guy jump out. I'm like, hey, what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
What if the camera start busting out like from other people? Like, oh shit!
I was like, hey, everybody start filming right now. This motherfucker.
Witness me.
Yeah. About to light his ass up.
I'm about to punt his ass across the fucking.
Just like anybody else that disrespect,
I'm about to
same,
like a
same
football.
shit. Not like you get so fucking angry, right? You go to the grocery store, a little guy jumps out. Beep. Like, oh shit. Never mind. And then the little guy's like, oh yeah.
What's up, asshole? You'd be like, oh. You trying to challenge
he ain't
me?
gonna do nothing because I'm small.
No,
everybody's equal.
Anybody can
Let me
get
give
it.
you another example.
Okay.
Somebody like cut me off, right? Happens to be a guy that's handicapped. He rolls out of the car in a wheelchair, but he cut me off everything. He's driving like a dick. Now I'm about to fight a guy in a wheelchair.
Oh yeah, true.
He has to pay for that shit, just like everybody else. So you treat everybody equally. That's how you get respect, because
We're trying to run a gang.
handicapped people, they're not going to respect you if you're just so nice to them and stuff. They want to be
That's
treated normal.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They're just like everybody else.
That's
Come on, let's say you're handicapped, you're 40 years old, right? And you can't drink your water, and someone's feeding you like a baby. Like, no.
I got it, motherfucker.
I've been having water slide down my face for 45 years. Like,
good.
You think I care? I'm not a baby. So when I see the handicapped guy, he cuts me off and shit. We meet up at the same grocery store.
You fight him.
I see him. He roll out his little van and shit. Yo, I'm gonna light that ass up.
So if he's in a wheelchair, you still?
I put him in an arm bar. He can't tap out because he can't feel it.
You ain't gotta do all that. You just gotta
Can't tap out because he can't feel it.
You ain't gotta do all that. Just shove the wheelchair over.
End up going to jail. Broke all his arms because
you take it to the extreme.
He never tapped out. He didn't tap out. I'm just playing. Everybody scratches.
I was thinking about just kicking his wheelchair over, like,
scratch his whole story. Tenon says, I like how they rush inside.
Oh, when you confront them? Yeah, some people ain't about that shit.
Not like when you confront them. When you meet at the same parking spot, you came to the same place, and then they
don't want to look.
Now they're like, oh shit, I've been like the dickhead driver. Let me just try to go in the grocery store.
Walk straight ahead. And then, I've seen it, yeah.
Not show them my real life energy.
I didn't think it was going to escalate to this level.
It was my Dodge Mustang energy. Wait, Ford Mustang energy.
I didn't realize it was going to be this fucking crazy.
Yeah, it'd be like that too. Like, like guys, they think like they need like big, fast cars
to compensate for
something. I'm not trying to hit on like bash on like the car community. Everybody wants a nice, fast car and stuff.
But
some people,
there's a demographic. There's a demographic of people that go for this.
Some people they do it just for, they want to get the female, so they would get nice car or whatever. I want
to pick up chicks,
but they don't really like cars, shit like that. And there's guys that I know like that. I think that's pretty weird, man. You're wasting all your money on that.
Man, yeah.
When you could just pay for somebody in Russia.
You get
a Russian bride.
The mail order bride.
Yeah. It'll cost less than a turbo. It'll cost less than a turbo.
Whole lot of money.
Deno says, I have a mini truck. What does that mean?
And are you tall?
I have a theory on that.
Are you tall? Is it the opposite?
Yeah. Well, he says mini truck, but you know, like the thing they say about people who drive trucks.
Yeah, tiny dicks.
Yeah.
I thought that was like with the big tires though. Not all trucks.
Well, I think anybody with like obnoxious cars.
The obnoxious car. Let's go there.
Yeah. Anybody with obnoxious cars, like
I hear you 2 blocks away.
Jumps out his car. Because it's so high.
Yeah. Mr. Step.
Yeah, mini trucks. I don't know.
No.
I mean, you tell us then, though. Do you have a big cock?
Let us know in the chat.
Straight up.
Let us know in the chat. We would love to talk about that.
Like, we're still small now, so we can't get fucked up for nothing.
No, not yet. No, get it all in while you can, folks.
Nobody's watching.
Because when we blow up, y'all going to regret this shit.
No, we're going to regret it.
Oh, remember back in the day, we used to be able to talk stupid shit?
They're going to track back and shit. Yeah.
Okay, so the guy, Scott, long story short, he winds up getting the surgery done, talks about this trauma that he went through. The doctor that did his surgery, is horrifying how he did it, because basically how it works is they break the inside of your hips. Both sides.
Like Marilyn Manson?
Yeah, well, no, that was his rib cage.
Yeah, his rib cage, right?
Yeah, he's trying to like suck his dick.
So he can eat his asshole.
Maybe that too. For all you millennials out there that remember that. He's got his rib cage removed or whatever. So he winds up. So how the surgery goes? Because he asked the doctor. Well, the guy Scott, who was not happy with his height, he's like, man, I'm only being 5'7". I want to be 5'10". He actually saw ads on like I think it was Instagram or something, but it was a doctor that was going around saying like, hey, we can make you taller. Maybe it was algorithms or something. Because the guy Scott said he did research for like 3 years, trying to see like surgeries for make himself taller. Eventually, social media gave him the answer because that's how social media works. And he went to this doctor that he's had a history of actually making men taller already. I think he said like people have been working on it since maybe almost like the early 90s of trying to enhance men's health. At least they're actually doing it through medical reasons, I guess. But how it is like through like they break both of like your hip bones, and then they insert some kind of like rod inside both your like within your bones.
Yeah.
And throughout the weeks, as your skin heals over it, the rods start to extend as time goes on. It doesn't do it drastically; it just like moves up an inch and every time. And the way they do this surgery too, they say it's like it's not unbearable, but it's very like discomforting. But it's like just because they did it based off of, like if it's too painful, we can't do this performance surgery because of legal issues. But it's shown that hey, he's growing more and more each day with these rods placed in his leg, and it's like hey, he abandoned his short king role, and now
so like when he became taller, did he attract more females?
Yeah, he knows. I don't know if he knows the difference. To me, when I took away from the story, like it changed nothing. But this was more for him and what he was dealing with than the reality.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's more how he sees himself.
Yeah, and he
like,
can deal with
you know
being
how
short.
it says like if you feel good, everybody sees you. Like,
yes, they feed off the energy.
Yeah, like if you can feel good, you look good. If you feel comfortable in your clothes and everything, hey, everybody can feel that energy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like the main thing, it wasn't like him being short, like people seeing him as short. It's because the way he thought of himself as being short. So his whole energy was all fucked up because he wanted to be tall the whole time because he think that him being tall makes his personality better.
Yeah, he's, from what I was reading too with this, he was definitely a miserable person. It wasn't. Yeah. And then, of course, everybody's gonna make fun of you for something in life. It don't matter if you're short, tall, whatever. Everybody's gonna get made fun of. This was his own demons he had to tackle.
So he's just going through like the same thing that females go through.
Anybody goes through, like just being made fun of.
You know, like they don't feel happy with a certain, whatever defect. I wouldn't say defect, but it's like something on your body that you don't like.
Happy with it, yeah.
You don't like, and you're like you wish it was better.
Yeah.
So, but it happens more with the females than males. Because a lot of males usually don't go that route to make themselves look better like that.
But actually, they were saying in this article...
Compared to females, though.
Well, okay, compared to articles. But it was something I read in this article earlier today, which blew my damn mind, where it talked about during, like, pandemic, like leading up to the pandemic, men are getting more and more Botox, more and more to start, get rid of them wrinkles, get them shots. More and more men are starting to do it, but they noticed there was an uptick in it during COVID season, like when everybody was at home working.
What they call that on guys?
What?
It's like a word for it. Like what guys where they upkeep like with their parents.
Metrosexual.
Yeah.
But
so it was like I always thought Florida was like the main place for that.
Really?
Yeah, because they try to, because a lot of people in Florida, they're like from Cuba and shit. So
Also,
a lot of the Cuban guys, like they would get their eyebrows shaved and whatever, get it lined.
Okay, from that,
get it lined up and get their. I don't know.
I was like either New York or Cali was like that because those are like
appearances
are very heavy out there.
Well, like even with the gay guys too.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, he's actually bi. I forgot to mention the story. This guy Scott, he's actually bi, and he paid for all this because the surgery was $75,000.
God,
altogether. That's how much it costs to get taller by 3 inches. $75,000
to boost your personality.
Everybody different, and you know what?
You could buy a book and boost your personality, and you would be 5'12", whatever.
It's a major surgery, man. It's different than just putting some.
So it's all mental
gelatin in people's boobs. This is like your femur. This shit that helps you walk. There's a lot of damn nerves in it, and but he paid $75,000 to get the surgery done, but he wound up doing it on OnlyFans. That's how he made his money. Because he was like, hey, he's like, the only way I could be happy is if I get this done, because I guess it was bothering him too much, and the best way he could think of was, I'm gonna just do OnlyFans and make money, and he got $75,000 off of it.
Damn.
He's doing from some.
What's the tax on that though?
I don't know.
You gotta be taxed the fuck.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
$75,000. You gotta be taxed at least minimum $10,000, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. So you
gotta be.
You can't be spending money. Like come on. You get $30,000, right? You spend $30,000. How much you gotta pay in tax?
Yeah.
Maybe 7% of that.
But yeah, that's.
Tendon says everybody judges. That's the honest truth in life. 100% that's true. Everybody judges. It doesn't matter. Shell Shock says body dysmorphia affects women heavier than men.
Oh yeah, I can believe that shit. Yeah.
It does.
Oh yes, for real.
Yeah, like I was saying, like with females, it's more common for them to do a whole bunch of more body modifications, like in the face or whatever. Like, especially like in Asian countries. Let me give it one country, Korea. A lot of females there, they do a lot of plastic surgery on their face.
Really?
Yes, like heavy plastic surgery. A lot of them do that, and it's like a norm out there. So in Korea, it's a norm for them to do heavy plastic surgery on their faces.
I remember, what was that story? Do you remember that story of like I can't remember if it was in China. It might have been China. But this guy married a female.
And she was like ugly,
She was actually ugly in real life, and the baby turned out to be ugly. Then he found out she had plastic surgery, and then he sued her, and he won, or some wild shit.
Yeah. I remember that.
That was crazy. I remember that story too. I was like, oh fuck! I was like, I didn't realize that was a. I mean, but it makes.
That's what it shows.
You should have told me.
Like
how real
don't
it is.
date just for the appearance. Like if you have the real connection with the person, it doesn't matter like what they look like afterwards. If you connect real life, you feel it like that. It's like a no-brainer. Like no matter what happens to you, like you still look at them the same. But if somebody dates you right just for your appearance at that time, and then you look different, and then like, oh no, I can't take that ride no more.
I'm good. I want to.
That's where it's fucked up. That's where people get stabbed. That's where people.
Yeah, people get killed over this shit.
Yeah, like that's what you think. Like the appearance means more. Because I mean, of course, like appearance mean a lot. But if you're already attracted to them, like appearance wise, and then like mentally, emotion level, like it's different. Mm-hmm. Even if the appearance it becomes different, like you already know how they are, like on the deep level. Yeah. So that shit doesn't even matter. Like it really doesn't matter.
It really don't.
But if it does matter, then that's how you know, like, you're all eyes. You're not more... Yeah, you're just all appearance. Like, just...
Yeah, look. This is how Johnny Depp ended where he ended up at. Don't be falling for them pretty girls. You should be shitting in your bed. Pinching off a loaf.
Shell shock sex.
Shell shock.
It's a sociable thing that revolves around beauty and unrealistic expectations.
That's real shit. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's
Incel stand up, man.
Hey, shit's real. Incel movement is real. But yeah, this is
But I think a lot of the reasons, like with the incels, like the incels might attack me, but a lot of the reasons why they can't capitalize is it comes down on how they see themselves.
That's real shit.
If they
Confidence.
If they look at themselves like they're not worthy or whatever, you think anybody's gonna look at you and think that you're worthy?
No women don't want a weak man. At least be funny. At least be funny.
They look at you like soy milk. They're like, come on.
You soften like baby shit. I don't want
you. They look at the face. Okay, cute face, but what else? Like, and then that person, they see themselves as something. They don't even respect themselves. So how can you respect somebody that don't respect themselves? You need.
Well, I think the issue with incels too is that they expect the world to conform to their uncomfortable lifestyle. Like, well, women should come after me because I'm a nice guy. Like, bro, that everybody got their own preferences.
They got it all wrong.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
I don't know. Read the board, learn, like, stay in your lane. I guess. Like, stop going for tens. I don't know what to say. That's a whole nother.
Here's the thing.
That could be episode in and of itself.
Don't be predictable.
Surprises.
TikTok trend. What is it? Don't show your next move.
Is that the thing?
Yeah. Apparently on the internet, you cannot tell them your next move. Like, hey, I'm gonna come over. You never come over.
I just keep them going. Like,
plan a Disneyland trip, right? Buy all the tickets. End up going to France.
But what if the dad said, "Oh,
like, what the fuck? I thought we were going to Disneyland. I'm in France right now.
Do you like it?
Can't show them next move." That's exaggerating, but
that sounds like that might be too much.
Yeah,
but I get it though. There's some surprises out there, like spicing it up. I guess.
Stab one time. I gotta take a leak real quick, and then I come back. I'm gonna do a Pokemon story.
Let's get it.
Be right back. All right, next story. Okay, so a cop kills a man over a stolen Pokemon card in a Target parking lot.
The hell?
So, police in Florida shot and killed a shoplifter on Wednesday evening after he allegedly stole the pizza and Pokemon cards from a Target.
Is it pizza?
Yeah, pizza.
Damn, is it a kid?
Yeah. So on Wednesday evening, more than a dozen units allegedly respond to a Target in Kissimmee. This is in Florida. In response to a suspicious vehicle with a covered unmarked license plate. Officers watched two men get out of a car wearing a mask and hoodie and enter the store. So, according to, the person that worked at Target, the manager, he saw all these guys, they go into the Target with hoodies and stuff. They end up, paying for, not paying for pizza, but they ordered the pizza, they got the pizza. But then they took a whole bunch of Pokemon cards. And they told the cops, hey, these guys, they stole a whole bunch of stuff and they didn't pay for the pizza. Please come take care of it. Long story short, the officers, they showed up and end up killing one of the guys.
Are they black? What are they?
They didn't say the color.
Oh.
Yeah. I think they were white though.
Yeah,
because they stole Pokemon cards. Yeah.
The hell, man? Damn, G. This is why.
And a pizza. They really tried the system. Because a black person would just take the Pokemon cards. They're not going to add extra shit.
Oh, no.
Let me get a pizza, too.
I don't know.
Because I can get away with it.
I don't know. I think we be doing the most sometimes, too. But
okay. It was the black people.
I don't know. But I say I don't know. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to figure out this crime. I'm like, man, these cops just rolled up and just smoked this kid over a pizza and a Pokemon card.
That is a real question. Shell Shock says asking real questions.
Yeah. Oh, this is real shit.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know what their race is, but
that's so damn. That's scary as shit.
Yeah.
Just let them go. Fuck. This is your security camera. The kids, you'll find out where they're gonna stay at. They're gonna go home eventually.
Yep.
They don't have their own apartment.
So, two deputies, they shot and killed a man, and 3 others were injured. The one who was fully shot, he died at the hospital, and then two of the other men, 18 and 19, were taken to a hospital, and they were charged with petty theft.
Wait,
so one of them died. One of them got shot and died at the hospital.
What the hell?
The other two, 18 and 19, they were at the hospital also.
So,
but they were
they shot 3 people. Cops shot 3 people.
Yeah.
For the pizza and the cars.
Yeah, and then
Jesus Christ.
one died, and the other two they got charged with petty theft.
The hell? Oh no!
They shouldn't steal anything.
Fuck that! But this ain't. God damn! It's not even a felony. It's not even $1,500. This is a pizza and Pokemon card. Let it go. You got cameras. Find out where the kids are at. You got witnesses. What? This sounds like this sounds like a heist went wrong. This is what it sounds like. It sounds like they was robbing a bank and the cops shot them. But it was Pokemon cards and pizza. Dial it back.
All they got with the call was like they stole something, and then here's your people. So maybe like
bonkers.
like stuff doesn't, because it's just a story, right?
Yeah.
They stole something, they got shot, they died, but you don't hear what really happened.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, why would an officer really use his gun unless he is being unless something's going down, right?
Oh, unless you got some kind of preconceived notion of the people he's going after.
No,
because when you work some jobs, your attitude might be different on how you approach things.
Yeah. But look, let's say this was an altercation where they provoked them for them to use their weapon, because we don't know all the details, so we can't just look at one side, the power side where they fucking dominated and shit. You gotta look at from both sides, like where the people actually provoked you to, like, hey, you have to use your gun now, or it's either your life or their life.
What was the rest of the story then?
I'm just saying, like, they didn't say why these guys just shot them. Like, I'm just saying, like, it could have been something that happened to where it forced them to do that.
Could be.
Because I see a lot of stuff. I work in Atlanta, man. Like, I see a lot of stuff to where they provoke people so much, and like I look at the cops, and the cops, like, they back off so much. But I look at their face like they want to fucking fuck these people up.
Yeah, shoot them.
But they provoke them so much. But then, like out here in Atlanta, it's so crazy. Like with the people that work in the transit system, like the officers, their lieutenant, their sergeant, they told them, don't fuck with these people. If they charge you, whatever, you don't show no. You don't attack them. They don't want them to do nothing, period. They're just there. So they take all the abuse.
Yeah.
And I know, like, this one cop, before they changed all these rules, like, there's this one guy who was about to bust him in the head with, like, a 40 ounce, right? And he's an experienced cop. He's a veteran. He was in the military and everything. He knows, like, MMA. He does jiu-jitsu. He sees this guy about to, like, bash his head with a 40 ounce. Dude, he blocked the 40 ounce, and then he had, like, these batons, like, in his back, like a Ninja Turtle. He told me the story, like, 10 times already. He took the baton out, right? Bust his fucking dude up, dude, to where it broke, like, both his collarbones
what the fuck
and everything. And then they tried to sue, like, everybody. And
yeah, because you can be hitting no collarbones.
He broke everything. Like, he fucking laid his ass out. Like,
that's a collarbone, head, and groin are, like, no zones for strikes. I just noticed.
Yeah, because he told me, he's like, yeah, like, back then, like, we were like that, but now, since this new sergeant's in town, they can't do shit.
Good. Shout out to new sergeant, because I feel like on some level.
But they end up destroying everything, like the whole system, the whole public shit.
What do you mean?
Like, every time they destroy public property, right?
Yeah.
Nobody gets fucked up for that. But guess what? Like, the system has to pay for that. Let me give you an example, because people, they don't know this stuff. The stuff that people, they destroy, like, in public, but you think, like, oh, yeah, everybody's gonna pay for this shit. Dude, every time they destroyed, like, these gates and stuff, like, if I have to fix it, right? That gate costs, like, $7,000 for me to fix. Okay. Every time I fix a gate where I have to replace motors, everything.
Is the owner of the company? Or what do you
everybody gets hit with that. Everybody gets hit with that $7,000 if I have to replace that shit. So the people that they destroyed public property, they're not getting punished for it. So everybody gets hit for. No, they don't. They let them go, even though they destroyed public property.
Yeah,
and then we have to take care of it.
Yeah, but I don't mean anybody. Okay, maybe there should be some charges and stuff placed on them, but I ain't no executing on the streets. I mean,
Yeah, you're looking at it because you don't understand. You don't understand like so much like the back end of back end.
I don't know. I just understand that
if this keeps on happening, if it keeps on happening, people keep destroying it. You're almost destroying your own house.
Okay.
And
So
then
they should die?
you're gonna just. It's like you're allowing it to happen without nobody being punished for it.
Okay, so and punishment wise, how do you? What's the level?
You have to punish them when it happens.
On what level of punishment? That's what I'm trying to.
Lock them up.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen. That's what I'm saying. If you don't scare them, you think it's okay to destroy public property, and that's okay. Everybody's cool with that, but money's being spent to uphold like this public transport service.
I mean, I'm not saying that's right either, but at the same time, it's like I don't feel like cops should overstep their boundaries too. There needs to be a fine line.
Don't. Look, they don't even touch people like that. Like that's what I'm saying. But if you see it in real life, you'd be like, hey, something has to give.
Well, are we talking about Atlanta or the whole system? Are we talking about Atlanta or the whole system as a whole? Like with where you work at, or the system?
I'm talking about Atlanta. Like
where you at? Okay.
Yeah, it's like you see so much fucked up shit happen. Like, come on, like something has to give. Like, what, you're just supposed to let this shit fucking fly? Like, it's because you're not out there. You don't see it. You're not out there doing it. That's why you're like, okay, it's okay. But if you're actually out there doing it, seeing it, you'd be like, hey, something needs to happen.
Yeah.
Why is nobody putting their foot down? You know, because everybody wants to do that PR shit. Make sure everything is perfect in the public. Nobody's fucking with these people. But at the same time, everybody's suffering. It goes to the back end. It goes from like, you know, Atlanta to like my company. Everybody suffer.
On a financial level.
On financial level.
But it's not
to where people lose contracts.
But nobody's dying over this, or it's let me read this right quick.
Nobody wants to take responsibility for whatever they're doing.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of things.
Because it comes down to the PR shit, how good you look in front of the camera. It's like, oh, they're not gonna let these people win just for like $2. Like it's deeper than just $2. Yeah. You're destroying property. Like they install these new monitors, right? Spend so much money on these new monitors. People, they fucking take rocks and crack the fucking monitor. For what? I don't have no idea why they fucking do that.
So what, that comes out of your paycheck if they crack that shit or what?
No, I'm just saying, like, shouldn't actions like that be punished for?
Sure, why not?
Because let's say somebody go in your house and fuck your TV up. Wouldn't you be like, hey, can't you guys like help me out? Like this random guy just came here and fucked my shit up.
That's a little different. That's coming in your house. That's a whole nother layer than a public area of
let's say you
TV.
own a company. Okay, you own a company. Somebody comes up, fuck all your TVs up. You'd be like, shouldn't that guy be punished for it? You paid for all that shit.
Throw him in jail, yeah, it's a crime, yeah.
So it's the same shit. It's the same shit with public transport, man. It's not. We're all the same.
I'm not agreeing to saying that they need to destroy everything. I'm just trying to understand.
There's so many people behind a company. It's not just one bad guy. There's so many people behind it that keeps everything, upholds the whole shit. That's why I'm saying you cannot allow all this crazy behavior to go down without being punished for it.
No, I agree. No, people should be accountable for it.
That's all I'm saying. You should be held accountable for your behavior.
Yeah, I was trying to understand
the fuck? Like, that's why they make laws, right?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's why they make laws.
So Shock in the Track says, it comes down to training as well. In the Air Force, we were taught, you do this and they die, you will go to jail. And a lot of what happens in civilian training is everyone is a potential enemy, so civilians wind up getting a different treatment. Yeah, the military is more strict when it comes to policing. Like when civilian, like military police, when me and Shell Shock was in, it's a different holy shit. They don't play around with being. There's a thing of where on some level, like people can act a certain way, but you have to hold the higher ground of acting away with them. Like you can't let them goad you into being violent. You have to, because when you start doing that, then you're gonna start breaking the public's trust, and that's when ain't nobody gonna trust either side. So I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. That's why it's that's what I was trying to understand of the whole explaining what you explained before. That's what I was trying to understand a little bit more. Like, okay,
all I'm saying is like if you do something bad, you should be.
Oh, for sure, straight up, yo, hell yeah. No, I'm just saying let these people just
it's not like, man, you just can't let these people just do whatever.
But I was going back to the Walmart story though of where the cop didn't shot on all those people. That ain't what the hell. Like that is. The fuck? Let them run. It's pizza and Pokemon cards.
Target story.
Oh, so the Target story. That's what I was mainly referring to. That. I was like, that is like it. That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, were you speaking on what's going on in Atlanta or the story? Because with that shit, Pokemon cards is what is that? A criminal bus? You gonna get the big fish from shooting some kids?
Yeah. See, that's the weird part of the story that I was saying. Like nobody would kill somebody over like if they stole anything. So I was saying, like, for anyone to use deadly force, I'm thinking the story that we don't know, something did happen. Because you're shaking your head because you're thinking, like, the cop just shot him over a car. But I'm just saying, something might have happened. No, it is possible. But I'm saying something might have happened to where it triggered that moment to where you would do, like, an action that you wouldn't normally do. Because nobody wakes up and say, I'm going to fucking shoot somebody because they stole something. No, I'm thinking something had to happen to where it triggered the moment to where you actually need to use lethal force. It wasn't no fucking, all right, whoever steals like something, whatever, I'm just gonna shoot them. It has to be like, if you think about it in a normal brain.
No, what I think about isn't a normal brain, honestly. My gut reaction is like, these cops can jump off the fucking handle sometimes. Because they'll show up to a situation, and I've seen it before with my own eyes. When I was in the military, where cops immediately want to pull out the gun when you're supposed to pull out your taser. That's why they tell you not to put your taser on the same side because your brain's gonna think like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this," but look, it's a whole thing of where cops sometimes need to. Your job, like when it's all said and done, if you see some kids run out with whatever the case may be, unless they got a gun, because let's say if they did have a gun, and that's what caused them to shoot. But if they didn't have a gun, then don't escalate the situation past the point of a Pokemon card and a pizza. Because now you're escalating the situation. You're worse than them now because they didn't want simple theft. Even $1,500.
Yeah. All I was saying, even if it was simple theft, maybe something happened within a time frame where we don't even know. Let's say like you were the cop, right? And I was a kid with a Pokemon card, and I'm on your fucking neck. I'm about to fucking kill you. What are you gonna do? You gonna let me kill you? Or are you gonna fucking shoot me? Let's say that was the situation. But we don't know because we don't know the whole story.
But then again, that's how like that's what I think with this. When you think about semantics of what they're gonna do, then it builds like this a reason for it. That's why they gotta do it. That is not what happened.
Yeah. Look, watch. Like you think about it like that, right? Watch when it happens to you. And then you try to explain your story.
I ain't no cop.
No, like watch, even if you don't even have to be a cop. Where you have to self-defend yourself. But then you happen to kill the other person. How are you going to explain yourself?
More likely if I'm shooting somebody, they're coming into my apartment.
Yeah, because you're already thinking about you in your brain now.
Invading my privacy, not out there. I guess, I don't know.
All I'm saying, it depends on the situation. Nobody even knows, dude. Yeah. It doesn't matter, cop, civilian, or anybody, whatever the situation. If you put in a situation where you have to defend yourself and you have to eliminate whatever person's about to kill you, either you die or the person dies, right? So then let's say you kill the person, and then everybody's looking at your story now. They're reading articles like, oh yeah, he shouldn't have killed that person. And then you the whole time like, dude, my life was I was on the brinks of looking at heaven right now. But I had to defend myself
at the last second because
because they don't know the story. They read articles like this. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, don't believe every single article how they write this shit. It's always, I would say, like half truth. Articles half truth, and then they lean it towards the whatever side they want to lean it towards. Try to make a certain side look bad. But then you have to start thinking back as a human. If you're a real human,
in that situation,
right? Somebody stole something, like anybody would be like, nah, fuck, let that shit go. But something had to happen where whoever the officer was had to use lethal force for some reason. Nobody wakes up wants to kill nobody. So something had to happen for them to even use.
Because you keep saying like something had to happen for them to do it. I'm saying like probably nothing happened and they did it. That's what I'm realizing now.
That could have happened too, but why though?
Look, look at how people say cops are humans. They got some nuts in that shit.
Yeah.
But and not everybody is bad. That's what I wish there was better people in the cop force that would speak with the bad ones. But it's hard for me to defend it when ain't nobody doing it.
Dude, there's a lot of bad. Whatever, any organization that has power, of course there's going to be bad stuff like that, you know?
Oh, for sure.
But in like a situation like this, Pokemon cards, like, what's the gain from this to kill a random person?
Some people just amped up.
Like, what? They're going to get like a award for killing somebody when they already know, like, the whole officer shit is like fucking, you know, something you don't know when to be on the news for. Like, why would they even jeopardize like everything over some cars? Like, if it's some cars, like, dudes like, oh, okay, they fucking stole cars. Like, fuck this shit. I ain't even gonna try this shit. They ran too fast. I can't catch them. Oh well.
A lot of times it can be proud in it. It's a weird system.
So imagine if they chased them, right, and then something happened to where we don't know. The dude, he just had to use his gun. We don't know the story, because imagine if that was you when we're talking about it, like, and you're like, man, I want to explain my story, but nobody knows my story. They just know what they read. Imagine you're in that situation. True. You're gonna be like, oh, I hope that somebody knows my true story. True. And then you're hoping there's somebody like Billy Waters, like saying like, hey, there could be like another reason, you know.
So this is like a recent story. This is like
brand
new.
It just happened. That's what I'm saying.
I'm try to keep up with this.
You don't know like the full story, because like when stuff like that happens to you, you're gonna hope and pray like somebody looks at it like in a different direction, a different angle, to where it's like,
oh no, you gotta
to where they want to help you, because they're like, hey, this shit doesn't make sense. Not because like, oh yeah, you're a cop, you abuse your power, you're a bad guy.
I know for sure.
And then that cop, I haven't seen no video of it. The cop was like, "Oh, I was like being good the whole time." I'm just giving an example. It's like, "Oh, I'm being good the whole time," and then next thing you know, I end up in a case like this.
Okay. So I see what you're saying, because if there's a video of it, I haven't seen it. I can't judge even among eyes.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just reading what I read from this article.
Okay, so I see where you're coming from.
It's hard to judge because we don't know. You know?
Okay, I see where you're coming from.
That's why I'm saying like something silly as a Pokemon card. I'm saying like something has to give, like something has to be like more deeper than what we're seeing on the surface.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of like, motherfuckers got smoked for less than that.
Because you're like, fuck that. Like, no, cops, they have a bad rap. I'm just gonna accept that. Like, they do bad stuff, but you just don't know. You know, like imagine if you were that cop. Yeah, and then you're like you stand your ground. Like, hey, I'm a good guy. Like I'm doing things all normal. Then everybody look at you like, no, you're a fucking cop. You fucking kill those guys because he has a Pokemon card. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Chris?
So then what if the story comes out of where them kids didn't have no gun and this motherfucker just fired off at three kids?
The truth will prevail. Like,
I'm gonna keep with this. I'm curious on how this unfolds, because...
Yeah, look, I'm not trying to say who's wrong or right. I hope the truth does come out, but I'm just looking at it as a point where you just can't take things face value like that.
No. That's what you're saying. Like, because
you don't even know. Like, that could be you.
You just told me the story for the first. I haven't seen it. I've never even heard this story. But I'm just going based off of something that maybe I need to let go of sometimes, and maybe just
you gotta let go of that, dude.
But at the same time, it's like at the same time though, I say this though: who's to blame for this? Me feeling this way, or what's happening?
It's what you're.
No.
It's what you're watching.
No, and even when I'm watching,
watch it. That's why I don't feel it.
It doesn't matter if it's not even watching, and because maybe you're not watching, maybe that's why you don't feel it. I watch it and I feel it, and I'm like, holy fuck, this could be me. Thing. I could be walking through my neighborhood on a jog. I go on walks and
look. Here's my thing.
I get caught up in some shit.
I can only control what's around me. I can't control what's happening in Kansas City. I can't control what's happening in Japan. Oh, they got hit by 12 earthquakes. I don't know what's going on. I can only control what's going on in my locally. Yeah, that's like the thing where people get mixed up. They get so mixed up in stuff that they're not even involved in, period.
I think it's more empathy, or maybe more of like you're drawing a connection. Like, hey, this could be me one day. Maybe we should kind of like reel this back a little bit, because I like to go on walks or maybe something. Like, I'm not trying to get...
Yeah, but if you... Let's say this internet didn't exist in the first place. nothing.
It was way worse. But that's the way the internet works, because the internet, in some way, for its faults and purposes, it has opened door for discussion. Before then, these deaths that could be wiped out, like the shit cops was doing wasn't even documented before this shit. But that's why they hate camera phones now. It's a different era, and camera phones are like the number one weapon,
dude.
You have them.
I don't back like people that who do bad stuff, dude. But I can't sit here and fucking trash like the whole cop community. If you're a cop, you do bad shit. Anybody that does bad shit, you're already fucked up. But you can't bash a whole community of cops that actually do good.
And I'm not bashing the whole community of cops, but I do feel like on some level that if these cops have protections they can just maybe shoot people on very sus manners and get away with it, then maybe we should be able to have protection for ourselves. A camera phone will help. Like, because at the end of the day, cops are people. These cops were people before there was cops. Whatever prejudices they have, whatever misconceived notions they had it before there was cops. Hell, they might have gained it while they were cops. But I think it's a system that we need to pay attention to a little bit more. That's just me. I just.
So, like, what do you think we should do?
I'm gonna say something that many people.
It seems like you do not like cops at all.
No, it's not that I don't like them. I don't like the system of policing. I don't like the system how it is. It's a very. Like I say, it almost seems like this is a very. It's just like I'm trying not to say cult, but it's a system. It's very frat boyish cult. At least how that was my experience in military police. Kind of very like frat boyish. They bust with the bad guys but you see some people do some wild shit over time, and it's like, okay. Yeah.
So what do you think? Like, what will fix everything?
In my honest opinion, and I'm gonna say this, but just listen to what I have to say. I'm gonna say they need to defund the police. A lot of people
would that fix, though?
A lot of people think that we'll take the money away from the police because the police ain't got enough. The police got enough money. The police in the United States have more money than a lot of other countries out there. Like if you look at the police budget compared to other countries' military budget, they're military. America's police could take on other countries. Like they are geared the fuck up to fight anybody. A lot of money involved in it.
Okay, so taking the money away would change their personality and how they do their jobs?
No. There's a whole other thing about that. But I was thinking money-wise, it needs to be reallocated. There's an issue where cops show up on incidences where somebody's having like a mental health issue and they just blow them away. And you're like, oh yeah, he was suffering through like a panic moment, some kind of incident. Well, the cops cleared. Like, bro, like y'all need to create a system to where, hey, maybe you have like psychiatrists with them or something to maybe de-escalate the situation. Because, and even though people think I hate cops because I say shit about cops all the time, I feel like this with being a cop. Cops are too pressured to handle every situation. You got cops who like they can go for 1 moment dealing with a traffic stop, and then 5 minutes later they got to deal with a bank robbery, and then you got to talk somebody down from getting off a building. Cops have to do way too much. They need to create a system using the money that they have instead of making them like making cops to like super soldiers. Create a system of where, hey, you have like a police unit that's mainly psychiatrists to de-escalate a situation where maybe somebody's having an episode on a mental level and they need to go in. Don't send no cop who just had to deal with the domestic violence shit and he's still amped up. Create a division that's designed to deal with people in these certain situations. But you're just sending cops in who's dealing with. You got too many cops trying to do everything at once, and that's I think the issue with it when it comes down to.
Okay, hold on. So you're saying like there's too many cops doing too many different things at once, right?
Yes.
So if you take the money away, like how can you?
No, but because it's too much.
Like okay, what are you gonna do after that?
If you,
I just taking the money away do anything.
I can't give up the. I can't give the exact amount of budget that police receive in America, but it's enough where hey, they have too much money where they can kind of almost be unstoppable at this point. They even weird things of where they can even swing politics sometimes. Weird thing is too much. When too much money is involved, there's always gonna be an issue, and that means people gonna be skipping off the top, or people gonna be doing this shit or weird shit. This is like with the money that they have, because they're not gonna go broke anytime soon. Not in this generation. Stop funding like all this money towards them, and then with the money that you got, then just work with it, and then trying to like, it's too much. You got cops who are supposed to be like gaining the public trust, but to some people's eyes, they look like soldiers and not, public servants. And this is the reality for this for some people. And I do think there needs to be a readjustment of it, because it's hitting a break. If it hasn't hit a breaking point already, it's already beyond past that. With at least, especially with the black community with cops, horrible. But at the same time, I do. That's just my opinion on it.
I don't think like taking the money fixes anything. Because even like with like the jobs, right? Like let's say like you bought a police, starting salary $45,000, they can make up to like $78,000, right? So these people, they go into these jobs, they make $45,000, hoping that they would make $60,000 to $70,000. I would say 10% of them even stick to that shit, to where they even stay long enough to even want to get $70,000 a year. So like the job, like even if it's like people saying so easy, what they have to deal with people with all that crazy shit, nobody wants to deal with that crap. Because when you actually deal with that crap, that's when you start to understand, like, damn, you would wish like people would really want to be like a cop, to actually deal with the real shit. Because like when they're out there, in Atlanta and stuff, they don't want to deal with that crazy crap. Dude, all these crazy people all doing all this fucking random shit. You don't even know what the fuck is gonna happen to you that day.
Yeah.
You would think that they would hope they get paid a lot of money to have them even there in the first place.
Yeah, no, I realize there's a necessity for it, but holy fuck, it's gotta be. I don't know. I think it's. I don't know. Things could always be better.
It almost seems like you don't even want it. Like,
no, I realize the necessity of cops, but when you're in a position of power where people need you, there's gonna be people that's gonna abuse it. Like cops ain't like,
dude, it does happen, but like the overall, there's more good than bad.
You got where?
No, I'm just.
I would actually disagree with that. I would actually probably disagree with that,
dude. If there's more bad, we wouldn't even be here. Nothing would have been started, dude. There's more good than bad. That's why we're able to still do the things that we do. Yeah, you can take, but come on.
No, I'm just thinking like,
look, compare us living here to compare us living to another country where you can't do shit, where you can't even fucking live stream, where you can't do nothing.
We're not worried about another country. We want about here, where we live at in our backyard. Like, cause
what is the cop doing to you that's so bad, dude?
No, because I've been in that culture. Like,
what did they do to you, Chris?
It got nothing to do with anything about. Because I'm empathetic to people's, like, I see what happens.
Yeah, you feel their problems, but what are you doing to fix it then?
What the? People who always say that, like, what are you going to do to fix it? Or the people who don't want to fix it?
What can I do? But what are you doing?
I'm talking about it on this podcast right now, and I'm hoping everybody hears it.
Come on, Chris. You're talking about problems that you're not even going to take care of on your own.
I'm doing this podcast right now. It may seem little.
Who's going to hear it?
Hey. There's thousands of people listening.
No, look, Chris, you want to do real shit? Do real shit, dude.
What's the real shit?
Whatever you think that's going to be the real shit.
No. What's the real shit? No. Because you told me what's the real shit. What is the real shit?
No, like, you're saying, like, we can't do nothing. Like,
I didn't say that.
Tell me.
I didn't say that.
Chris, tell me what you would do to fix all this. Then I want to see you do it instead of just talking.
Bro, I'm not no politician. This is a political level. It's just
so you're just talking shit.
I'm telling the problem of an issue. It's not talking shit. I explained to you what am I doing. I was like, I'm talking about a podcast. Talking about a podcast. I'm like hoping somebody listens because I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy because some people may not know this.
Yeah, you talk, but you don't understand.
How? Have you ever been in a police position where you have a gun?
Chris, come on.
Okay, so.
Is it like that now?
I'm just saying, I just understand things a little bit more differently when it comes to this stuff. And then maybe
it's watch when you get a gun pointed at your head, right? Mm-hmm. You can't do shit. What are you going to do? Who are you going to call?
I don't know.
You're going to call your buddy? Yeah, you don't know how it feels like to get a gun pointed at your head like you're about to die. You don't know how that feels like.
All right.
And then who do you want to call, right? Who do you want to call?
Obviously the police.
Right. Come on. If they're not there, like what? Who are you gonna call? Your buddy to help you?
I don't
Come
get
on,
where,
man.
I don't
Like,
get where this is going.
don't trash like the whole police shit. Like, come on.
Okay,
Not all of them is fucking bad. That's all I'm
I didn't say
saying.
that they were. I just realized there's an issue with the system of being a police.
The whole shit is fucked up. The whole government's fucked up. Don't even look at the police. Look at the whole government, dude. Come on. They got us paying all these fucking wild ass taxes and shit for what?
Yeah, true.
And then you want to fucking limit it down to the police so we can fight over this police shit? And then like a lot of the good people that's in the police unit, they're trying to help us out and shit. And then we want to shit on their shit. Imagine they want to shit on your job saying, hey, let's defund your shit. And you're like, hey, I didn't do nothing. That's Ricardo and his whole crew that did that shit. And then like, oh, they want to cut my paycheck. Wouldn't you get pissed off? You would get pissed off if they cut your shit. You had nothing to do with it, right?
I mean, what are you talking about? Like, so people that weren't involved in the situation of a shooting get their...
Yeah, so they defund the whole police. Let's say like the whole police is like your whole unit.
I don't mean defund the whole piece like everybody's gonna go broke because they got too much money. But it's too militaristic to me, I guess. But that's just me. I'm sorry.
Shell Shock says the good ones get shit on, silenced and forced out.
Yeah, and it creates a whole system. I'm telling you, the good ones usually quit before it gets. The good ones don't stick around for 20 years. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, this is not like what we want. Like, don't try to put like the bad name on like the officers and stuff like that, because what is it going to create in the future if you put a bad name on like the officers like that in the future?
How am I creating a bad?
No, I'm saying if you're saying all cops are bad or whatever, right? Let's say in the future, all the generations that are growing up now, nobody's going to want to be a cop. So who's going to be a cop in the future?
That's the cops' problem.
A fucking robot.
Maybe they might need to change their culture, I guess. I don't know. Why I don't feel like, why is the responsibility of people got to fall? Why does the people have to act at a higher standard more than the cops?
It's clear you don't like cops.
No, because I feel like, no. Not I feel like, when you're a cop and you join to become a cop, you have to take an oath to serve and protect. If you're going out and beating the shit out of people and shoot people off of like regular shit or whatever, it's going to affect the public and people aren't going to become cops anymore because people are going to have a distrust of the cops. There is a reason for why this shit happens and why people aren't becoming cops anymore. It's not because I hate cops.
That is not even common, dude.
Okay.
That's a wild thing that happens. Think about it. Like, think about where we live at. Is that a thing that happens commonly? We live in a wild ass place. Do cops do all this wild shit in our state? Think about it. When it does happen, it's like an anomaly that happens.
Yeah.
Or some wild shit, or then everybody hears about it. But it doesn't commonly happen even worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
The shit is... You can pinpoint it down to like a little situation. You can't put this shit on the whole shit, man. That's so crazy. Like...
No, you're right. Because I'm looking at the story right now. It says like it's like a shootout in the parking lot. There was like 14 shots, unless it came from all the one cop. That's insane, but it seemed like it was a shootout. Yeah. So this sounds crazier than...
I'm telling you, man, like when you're in the situation where you have to deal with it, then you have to look at your own character. How am I going to deal with a situation like this? Then let's say, bad story, you end up having to kill somebody because you're just trying to protect yourself. And then the whole time, the story in the media, they portray you as like a cop that kills innocent people. Mm. And then the whole time, like, fuck, like I'm a black cop. You know, I didn't want to kill this person. You know, like they portrayed me as like an evil person. You don't even know. That's why I'm saying the media destroys people, dude. Anybody that even been involved in a situation where they're with the media and something has to do with somebody killing like somebody, and then they're a part of the whole situation, they'd be like, damn, the media would fucking break you down, destroy your whole shit, dude. But we don't know how to feel. Like, all we know is what we read in articles. And then we're cool with that. But we don't even know the life you just destroyed. And then just imagine that's you. Trying to defend yourself of what happened, you know?
So what if it's the other way around too? Because as far as it seems like with the situation, like, what if you're the person?
I'm saying it could be any way around. That's why I'm saying don't look just straight like, oh, these guys are bad guys. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. You just don't know what happened. That's all I'm saying. You don't know what happened. That's why you can't just fucking say all these people are bad and stuff, because we don't really know what happened. All we're doing is just reading shit. That's why I'm like, man, you think like it's just so simple. You could just pull up an article and read about this stuff, about what cops do and stuff, but you don't know the whole real backstory.
That's true.
But let's say like you're the fucking backstory and you're trying to defend yourself, but then the whole article paints you as a fucking bad guy, and then we're talking about you like, yeah, this motherfucker deserves it, and you're like, fuck, man, like I didn't fucking deserve this. You know, I was just defending myself because we don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys really think you know what the hell is going on until you're actually in the situation, and then you're trying to explain yourself, and that's when you realize, oh, the system is fucked up. The shit is created to fucking, let's say you fucked up. They're gonna bash the fuck out of you, destroy your whole life, make sure like they hold the same narrative, like, yo, you're the bad cop, you play the whole bad cop role, and we're gonna spread that all out in the media. The whole time you're just sitting there like saying, damn, like they really got me. They really think I'm this person, and you're sitting there thinking like, damn, like I'm not this type of person. What the fuck they know about me? They writing all these articles on me. Like, do they really know me? But they're writing articles about you. That's all I'm saying. Like, don't wish that on anybody, because it could happen to you so easily.
No, I wish the situation didn't happen if it got down to it, but
yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, don't like.
Shell Shock in the chat says, thin blue line and blue wall of silence has to go. Police misdeeds need to fall on the officers and not their union. I agree. And taxpayers, yes, like, oh, I can get to that. Okay, so police misdeeds need to fall on the officers and not their union and taxpayers' dollars, and things will change quick. This is speaking from experience. I agree with that, and I'm glad you brought up Shell Shock, because
that makes more sense.
It's because, like, well, for one, it's because these, if cops were acting like wild and batshit crazy out there, like shoot motherfuckers for like the littlest thing, and the person didn't do anything. And I remember hearing this before too, where if they start targeting police like pensions more, so like, hey, like this pension you've been working for like 15 years, 20 years, you're gonna lose all that shit if you kill somebody in an unjust way. Like, hit the cop, not the whole.
It should always.
And I remember hearing that before. And I
like the individual, they should be charged with whatever crime like they did. Not like the whole fucking. Not all the whole system, man.
Yeah, but
because if you break down, if everybody wished to break down the whole system, guess what?
But that's the problem.
Your whole shit breaks down too.
But people think like if you defund the police, it's gonna break down the system. Like, that ain't gonna. Police is such a necessity on a global level. Police ain't gonna never go anywhere.
The defund shit makes no sense.
Hey, look how much. Actually, you know what? For anybody who is listening, look how much the NYPD gets money annually. I can't remember the numbers, but it's something fucking bonkers on the level of they get more money than some countries' military. This is New York. There's fucking cops in New York that get all this money, and this money ain't going to. This money's just to militarize them. All this to get more weapons and equipment. It's. I don't know. It's
okay. So you defund them, right? So where does that money go?
Fuck, I don't know. To
you
schools.
Pick Chris, since you want
schools. Let's go to schools. Let's do schools.
And then do what for schools?
Fucking, you went to Mar, right? I went to a classroom.
We've been alive for so long. What has the government actually done for schools where we actually felt like they actually did something for us?
Nothing, and that's why
nothing ever. So you think they're gonna really fucking defund the police and put money in the
That's
schools?
what I want. I'm not saying I think. That's why it should go. I think it should go there to schools.
And then do what?
The military complex?
Give them more internet? Like, what are they gonna teach them?
They get rid of after school programs, free lunches. They get rid of a whole lot of shit in schools. And levels that, if you went to a school, schools are getting defunded on so many damn levels where schools are being treated so bad by this country. I personally believe, and I've said this before on the podcast, I think every single teacher should just walk the fuck out. You know what, America? Get some machines to teach your kids, because you guys want to press us how we teach your kids. You guys always want to interfere about how we do our job. Just walk out. Do a walkout and let the country raise these kids, because they always interfere on what children are learning already. They get mad about kids learning about slavery now. Like, this government is bonkers. Let them have it. Build some robots. Create a robot society of kids, and let them grow to be robot society people, and just let it go. Like, that's what they want. Because I really do feel like money needs people in these schools, because I think teachers are extremely underfunded to deal with. Like, because you're not only a teacher, you're also a parent to some of these kids. Some of these parents dump their kids off like, here's my kid, boom, have fun with them for 6 hours. That's your child now. Like, pay these teachers more. Put more money into to all of it. That's just me though. I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to save the world.
I mean, if you put more money, what are they gonna do? Get a new clock or something? The whole shit's fucked up.
A new clock.
Like what? Okay, defund the cops and then give all the money to schools. What the school's gonna do?
Books and stuff, man. I used to share a book in high
Books?
school.
What? They run the same books all the time.
That's bigger than that because I used to share a book in my senior year.
So
with
what? A new
else.
book is gonna do something different?
Yes. Hell yes. Hell yeah. Especially in the South. The South be dishing out books in school that be so
That's
old.
why you're not the boss, Chris.
No, I'm telling you, you gotta look it up.
That's why you're not the boss.
You gotta look it up because
it doesn't work.
What?
It's not that easy.
So what'd you do then?
I'm not the boss, but that's not.
So just don't do nothing.
No. Let me think about it.
Wait, Sherlock said,
I'll get back.
Sherlock said, social services, psychotherapists, like Chris brought up earlier, police wear too many hats and throwing weapons and gear doesn't solve problems. Police should be escorts for mental escort checks, etc. They're not trained for many things they're tasked with handling. Sherlock says, poverty and mental health equals high crime rates. That's actually true. That's legit shit. People, poverty is tied to. It's weird. It's not really weird. It's actually kind of simple to figure out. Poverty and crime, it goes hand in hand. Guns and shields don't change that. Bob says kids will still be bad. Yeah, no, straight up. Yeah, you gonna be an asshole. You gonna be an asshole no matter where you come from. But
no, like kids. Period. It doesn't matter like which generation. You already know like the age where. When you were a kid, where you wanted to do a lot of bad shit or do like stuff that you're not supposed to do, every kid go through that. You know, like it doesn't matter what generation, you can't control that shit.
You really can't.
So, but imagine like the kids that know everything that adults know because they're on the internet the whole time. What level of bad shit is considered bad for them? Because it has to be a completely different level because they're playing on a different plane. Like what we played on when we grew up.
Yeah.
Because it's different now.
They're
They're running on a plane like this internet plane. You know, that's been built for a long time.
Internet playground.
They understand that shit. They know how to play. They know how adults think. And they're kids. Think about this. Kids that know how adults think. And then using that to their advantage.
Super kids.
So what the fuck are these kids doing?
Talking about the ones at the Walmart?
No, like kids on the internet.
I don't know.
Because you know about the VR chat shit?
Oh, hell no.
So VR chat, right? It's like this game that came out a while back for like virtual reality. It ended up being like a game with a lot of dark shit like in the background. Like of what's really going on. Not even just like with the sex stuff and stuff. Like, it's a lot of dark shit that goes on with VR chat. That's why this shit is, like, one of the most popular apps for, like, people that uses, like, VR, like Oculus or...
Oculus 2 or whatever it is.
Yeah, VR chat is, like, there's, like, a dark story behind VR chat. Because it's just, like, the OG shit. It's, like, thinking about it as, like, Reddit before Reddit was Reddit.
Oh, shit.
But think about it as in VR.
Oh.
That's like VR chat is like that from the beginning.
What? I haven't thought about that.
They run some crazy shit on there, dude. Like there would be like they talked about some stuff where people just look like in the mirror the whole time for hours and shit. But it'd be like a real user, right?
But they're looking back at them?
With their VR headset, but they're looking at a mirror the whole time. And they have like these sessions where these people are just looking at a mirror the whole time. And they're like, what the fuck kind of fucking society is this? So like the whole VR chat shit, the whole community is crazy, dude.
That's bonkers.
They had to make a documentary on that shit.
What the hell? So this is like been a thing.
Yeah, for a while. That
Holy shit.
People don't really know about it because VR is not big. It's getting there, but once they get there, then you know about the VR chat stuff. They're like, holy shit, what the fuck? This shit's been going on the whole time.
Damn.
They're probably selling off kids and
I
everything.
was about to say underneath our nose. Like,
Yeah.
I was about to say like right in front of us.
Selling off kids. Bob says they have no respect for adults. Then when we beat them, we the bad guys.
Oh yeah.
That's how she said that. She says we the bad guy.
We. You took it personal.
Yeah.
Yo, this real shit. I'm noticing more that
She said we the bad guy.
the way society is moving is disciplining the kids is I don't know what the future looks like for disciplining kids. It's probably gonna be YouTube. Like, hey, you put your kid on YouTube timer. I don't know what putting your hands on kids is done.
Yeah, because they can so easily call the cops on you and
Yes,
shit. Because you're doing something bad.
this was like 4 years ago, right? I was at Ingles. We go shopping. Went inside, grabbed my food, left. I told a story a couple years back on the show. When I was walking out, put my groceries in the car, and after I put my groceries in the car, and I'm going to put it in the back seat, I'm going to get in the front seat, and all I hear is like in the parking lot, and I see like this SUV going in reverse.
Damn.
It's all these cars.
It's kids, right?
But it's like going in a circle. It just kept hitting cars.
Damn.
But it's like somebody's holding the wheel and like turning to the right. It's just going, just hitting all these cars. I was like, what the fuck? And everybody, I saw some random Mexican dude when it first started. He was like, oh, he's like, I think he said like, oh my God or something in Spanish. Like, Dios mío. And he just dove out the way. But when I was standing outside my car watching it happen. I was like, holy fuck.
I remember this.
And I ran up there and opened up the door. And it was like a little girl that was driving the car.
Damn.
Like, she was like, please don't tell my mommy and daddy. I'm like, hey, baby. I was like, you need to move your feet off the gas. I got to press the pedal. All right, let's lift your feet up. And I reached down and I pressed the brake.
You saved her.
I pressed the brake and I went in the park. I put the car in park. And she was crying. She was holding on to me. I was like, hey, it's okay. It's fine. And then
saved her.
And all these people came up and was like, hell, you did. I'm like, bro, I just want to go home and eat my lasagna I just got. Like, what am I doing to fucking take care of this kid? But then the parents came out. As soon as the parents came out, this family was black, mind you. This family walked out. I was like, what the fuck? Her name was Heaven. What the fuck, Heaven? What'd you do? Da, 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 da. And then they never put their hands on her. And I remember I noticed, that was the one thing I noticed, that they never touched her. Man, I would have got fucked up in that apartment, that parking lot. Oh my God.
No, but
I would have got murdered in that parking lot for that. But I see.
Yeah. But you're in public though. If people was there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Because if you think about like that's your kid fucked up like that, you're like, man, I'm about to fucking.
And it was out of state.
You're about to light this motherfucker up, but you see people there.
Eyewitnesses.
Of course, you're not gonna do nothing.
Yeah, and this is the camera phone era too, so I get it. Yeah.
So then, like when you're in the car, right, driving back to your house,
motherfucker.
Your rent's due. Like, what? What? I gotta pay rent. Bloody nose and everything.
No, it was crazy. I just remember they walked out and it was like, Heaven, we gonna fuck you up when we get home. That was what the mom said. The dad was just like,
and she's dead.
The dad was like, my truck. He was like, this is like my truck.
Well,
the mom went off.
What do you think is gonna happen? You leave the keys in the car.
But that's what the cop said when he rolled up. The cop was like, okay, so she's 6 or 7 or 8, whatever. You guys went in the store while you had the car running. Well, we can't leave her there because we can't run down the windows. They start doing excuses. It's like, I'm gonna be over here. I'm going home.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm
you can't.
out.
You cannot
Can't be with
trust
no
kids.
because you know why? I've done it before too. That same shit. I've done it with my aunt. My aunt Kim. I did it with her one time.
You fucked up cars.
I was in the car. And, like I was in the passenger seat. It's like back in the late 80s, early 90s. This is like my aunt Kim. We was at Baltimore, 7-Eleven. She got a car, kept the car running. Backseat was my cousins. Swear for God, like one of my cousins were like, "Hey, I dare you to pull that stick." And me being like the youngest of everybody, I'm like, "Watch," and I let it go in reverse. The car started drifting back, and I remember I looked over the seat, and all I saw was like cars just like going which way, like me. And then when I looked to my right, my aunt got in the car. She put in park. Beat my ass in that front seat. She beat the shit out of me. Yes, she kicked my ass.
What are you doing, man?
I don't know. I was just trying to be like cool and kill everybody in the car. I was trying to kill all of us. We was all about to go out.
That's so wild, man.
No, but my aunt beat the shit out of me to this day. That traumatized me because I remember when I looked over the seat and I saw the cars moving. That's when my child brain was like, "Oh my God!" Like we ain't gonna make it. And then. And then my aunt like ran out the
That's
store.
so crazy.
My aunt ran out the store like. Whew.
It's so crazy how like it's your spiritual guide. They guide you out of that
To that same moment to where that kid. I never thought about it just now.
yeah,
honestly.
to where you're still alive right now.
Yeah.
So that means you're supposed to do something.
Yeah, I saved the kid from doing it.
Yeah, you're supposed to do
Yeah.
something. Like the
Something
reason why
more.
we're still all alive right now, we're supposed to be doing something to where we haven't hit
There's a
yet.
reason.
Yeah. So when you know like your friend died, like, oh, he made it. So when you go to his funeral, right, you'd be smiling like, what the fuck you smiling? Because he fucking made it.
Yeah, you good.
Like he out here, you know. That's how you know like the people that they actually transition over, they really understand the spirit world. It's when you see people at their funeral smiling, laughing. That's how it is.
Wishing for someone on the better side. Like, I hope it's.
No, it's definitely better. Yeah.
It might be. We ain't encouraging no jumping out of windows. It might be better, but
Yeah, live your normal life.
just forget it all.
Do not kill yourself because you planned this shit. You came here to do something. Don't kill yourself.
No, you're here. You're here for a reason.
You kill yourself, you're just gonna come back.
Yeah, yeah, for real. That's real shit. Yeah, you're gonna be right back here again. Just don't.
Yeah, because your soul's like, nah, you didn't really finish that.
Man, you
Because
really
you're harder on yourself than what you think.
You didn't complete the course. You just
Yeah, you think like it's like an easy life, like somebody
You
has
dropped
like
out.
an easy life, you know? Yeah,
I guess
somebody
that's
who
how it
has
is.
like an easy life, like whatever they fucking did in their past life. Let's say they got shot in the back of the head, suicide style, like 10 times.
God damn.
Like, don't they deserve to live in the palace right now?
Sure, why not?
Imagine that palace is like Kim Kardashian. And then people's hate on her, like, no, like, let her do her shit.
Let her
we don't
live.
know. We don't know her past life. That's all I gotta say.
It's like
Here's what I say, like, with rich people, like, doing the thing, like, I say we don't know their past life. They deserve it.
to be rich.
Their
Happy?
hard work, whatever hard work they do, like Kevin Hart. Bust his ass, right?
No, yeah,
He came from a hard place.
yeah. Kevin Hart ain't making that shit. Well,
Yeah.
he got his own company. Yeah, he got his own thing running on, but he worked for it. That's all I get over.
Yeah, a lot of people that's like really successful now, they work for all that shit, dude.
You know, some level,
So
yeah.
you-
I feel like on a financial level, they may have had an upper hand to get it in. Well, not all of them, but I ain't gonna get into that. But I do feel like, yeah, you do have to work on some level to uphold a company, whether you hire somebody to do it or not. But it's still gotta oversee it. In
There has to be like an idea behind everything.
Yeah, it's a
Even like what we're doing now. Like this is like a
gotta
little
be-
idea. Like let's say I switched up the whole idea and make the shit, and then it happens to blow up, right?
boom.
You can't look at it and be like, oh yeah, these guys are fucking blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
They got all this shit given to them. Like no, like fucking look at all our whole past.
yo, we got receipts.
Yeah,
We have
like,
receipts.
you do a whole 100 episodes, right?
Mm.
35 subscribers the whole time, right? You think about it like, what the hell is pushing these guys to keep continuing to make episodes?
You know
You
what?
start to think like, okay, maybe they do really like to do it, and that's like the main
Real shit.
thing. I do really like to do this shit.
That's fun.
I can care less, like, because I really like to do it. I really like to express like my thoughts, my whatever, what I think is what's going on, or whatever, you know, like everything. Because you can't talk with normal people about this shit.
Hell no, not about the shit we talk about.
Yeah, you can't go in public and talk about some wild ass
Hey man,
conspiracy.
what do you think about the multiverse at a bus stop?
You lose friends, and then you probably lose your job.
Yeah, you be the job weirdo. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like this one little platform that we got where we haven't got canceled because we're not that big yet.
yeah.
But I'm sure, like, if we do get big, which we are, by the way.
Actually, you know, I'm gonna run. I kind of low key want to run on politics a little bit, run in politics, just to see if they're gonna bring the show back up in the future.
It'll only work if I go against you the whole time. Because that's drama.
So they gotta make a fight. No. But this is it's been a moment before we had like an actual disagreement or something.
We should
but-
have, like, the what if something happens, you know?
within the context
like
of
within like theories, like what if?
the
Because
possibility.
nobody knows what's gonna really happen, right?
Yeah.
So we can bring up like topics to where we're saying like, okay, what if this actually does happen?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. What
What
would
is
it
our
look like
opinion
going
on
forward?
everything?
Okay.
And then
Oh, I like that. I do like that. That's a good one. I actually do like that's fucking amazing.
because nobody actually really knows.
What's gonna happen going forward? So let's give our opinion on.
Yeah, because
How's it
nobody
gonna
knows.
unfold? Yeah.
Like, come on, even all this religion stuff, people they pour their heart out to these religions, but they don't really know how. Like like the origins of all these religions, how it all started.
Mm.
All they do is they're born into a religion, they learn it, they repeat what they learn, but they never question.
About
They never question about the religion.
Yeah.
All they do is they practice the religion that they were born to learn. So they believe that that's true, but they never question why. They never ask why.
They just follow orders.
They just follow. That's like the thing about like religion. Every religion, they can still have like the same core value, but like the overall aspect of their religion, how people they take it, and then they twist it up into a way where it benefits them. Of course they're gonna do it. Since the beginning of time.
Oh, for sure.
Man, period. The whole flaw of man is man. They always want power.
Mm-hmm. And
Because
everywhere,
power equals like control over people.
whether it's money or
Yeah.
so it's some kind of other factor that can.
Right. Because
Yeah.
imagine if you were like living in like Jesus time, right? And then like somebody came to you and they told you all this knowledge, but you gained that knowledge through like a mushroom trip because you accidentally ate like a psychedelic mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gain all this fucking knowledge, right? And then you think like, okay, you're better than everybody because you know more stuff than everybody now. So you started giving them all this information about what you learned in your mushroom trip. So they look at you as like a god, like a deity, like you're more great than them because you told them all this knowledge that they would never even imagine. And they know that you can't even make it up because it is fucking far-fetched. Like the idea is so
out
wild.
there.
Yeah, like a place that's like a heaven where there's all this gods living there and there's people that's living in your head and spirit guides and all that shit. They're not gonna believe you.
I don't know. Not the normies.
Yeah, so
Nobody's
like
ready.
if you think about like all these religions, right? The whole time, a lot of the religions they're trying to teach people how to treat each other like right, how to like show compassion for each other. Like don't do like bad shit because you're coming here like as a soul to learn what it's like to be a human here on earth. You don't come here to do bad shit. So like the whole idea is just to be like a good person. But a lot of the religions, it doesn't matter what religion it is. A lot of them they take the religion, they take it and they exploit it. They change like the idea of the whole
for
shit.
sure. There's a lot like that.
Where they say like females they have no right and nothing.
Yeah, it's real shit.
They have to cover the whole face. Like, come on.
It's real shit.
You can't have sex without having a baby.
You can't have sex before. You can't have a baby before marriage.
Yeah,
Or
you can't use like birth control pills because that's the devil shit. They made all that shit up, dude.
Straight up.
All the religions.
So how the fuck do we did back and get to the OG religion, or how do we?
There's like no real OG like religion, but like the idea of all the religions, if you look at it all in together, like if you look at the core, like it all has the same positive message, like how to treat each other, how to be positive, how to show love, like compassion for one another, help each other out. It's all that other extra stuff. Like
just
covering your face, having to go to church on Sunday. That's bullshit.
What do you call like just fluff?
Yeah,
It's just
that's all.
It's,
That's added.
It's added shit.
Yeah,
Trying to control people.
yeah. So it's like any religion could be like correct, as long as you don't mess with people, you don't fuck with people. You're here. Everybody's here on their own journey.
We are here.
Yeah,
We all got.
that's all it is. Like
It's
everybody,
real shit. That's real shit.
we're in the same class, man. Like, don't think like one religion's like more stronger than another religion.
I don't know. Just realize that look, we got roommates on this big ass planet.
Yeah, you're still doing the same class.
Yeah, we doing the same shit.
Yeah, same class. Bob says,
Oh, you said that before.
Oh, that's old.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to clock out.
Yes. I got to pee so bad. We're pushing 3 hours.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
We'll catch you guys next week. Peace out. Adios.
See you guys.
It's not illegal to not listen to music. It's illegal.